Well, all fucking right. I think that's everything going. Now, you know what? I want to start off today with some bullshit. Apparently, last stream, for whatever reason, it looks like the scrolling chat window reappeared again, so I'm going to put back that small overlay. But for some reason, last stream got copyright claimed because apparently some music within RimWorld was a part of someone else's music. Music to me. I have no idea who the fuck this is. So I actually looked up the copyright claim on YouTube to see if I could find this music, this mystical music that I was somehow infringing on. I could not fucking find it for the life of me. I was legitimately trying my fucking hardest to figure out where this was because I couldn't. There was it was like this section of song for like, I don't know, maybe I want to say like a minute or two, not very long, you know, just a small little section. And for whatever reason, this little section of music got claimed. Nothing else, because I'm more than certain the music replayed multiple times. But I was listening at the music was so quiet, it was ungodly fucking hard to discern, like, what was happening. I was listening to it max volume, too. So I was like, alright, maybe there's some definable traits in here. It's like, okay, nope. I really can't. It just sounds like some generic-ass guitar music. So I looked it up on YouTube. Nothing. Absolutely nothing on YouTube about this music, about this artist. All I could find was like some Nick Teen's Choice Award from 2012. Like some really obscure shit. And like that was it. And then some other random videos that made absolutely no sense. So I just got this copyright claim for some random bullshit. I'm more than certain this copyright claim was completely fraudulent. But thanks to the DMCA, YouTube has to comply first, and then maybe something else. This whole law was written to the benefit of large music companies. As if some random off-stream playing RimWorld is gonna fuck up their bottom line. Right. Alright, so I'm just doing this right now just so that my animals don't end up eating my shenanigans and stop getting injured by traps. There we go. Good stuff. We're also starting to work on producing assault rifles and sniper rifles, just so our people have weapons here to work with. You should probably get a better bow. Same with you. Let's see, are you using a regular bow? Yeah, powerful great bow, that's fine. Shotgun, that's good for melee range, assault rifle, and that's right, you're the weak bitch out of the group. There we go, because we need that range on there. They got enough short range with the shotguns, so need some good goods in here. There you go, they're bringing in steel, they're bringing in iron, they're bringing in the whole kit and caboodle. Let's see, what else do we got going on here? We got a simple prosthetic animal leg. Is it just the one? I think so, and we still have the arm. And I think that's it. So, out of the animals here, who's missing a paw? Because those missing a paw, we can go ahead and take it out. Y'all are still good. A lot of you have missing tails and whatnot. Husky 14. Okay, Husky 15. Okay, Husky 16. You're looking good. 17. You're looking alright. Muffalo, you're all fine. Jin, how you feeling? Doing alright. So all the Huskies right now appear to have no obvious medical issues. Of course, some missing noses and whatnot, but that's fine. There we go. So we got some extra components. We got our mortar shells in here. They're starting to do all right. You know what? While we're here, let's go ahead and start working on these floors. Just an ever so slight amount. Like so. Bring that up. There you go. Make the area look just slightly bit prettier. You know what we could also do? We could start planting down shelves, and that would help make this area just slightly more pretty by reducing the amount of things out. Because the amount of things that are actually just splattered on the ground actually reduces the beauty here. The government found out about your money laundering scheme. Must have been a pretty shitty one. Just all you gotta do is put it in a laundry machine. And there you go. There's your money laundering machine. And you're fine. Nothing else more complicated. Know what I mean, my dude? Know what I mean? That's a bad joke, I know. I know. Oh yeah, also, we're starting to work on this, this thingy-majiggy here. Oh, it just shows you it when you highlight it. Okay, sweet. Yeah, so far we found a piece of jade here. It's just a... We've only found jade. I really need to find steel or plus steel or anything like that. Yeah, plus steel would actually be a huge bonus. Because the only steel we have right now is right there. And I need to make some bionics. Oh yeah, all of our pods are ready to be loaded too, so... We could quickly do that real quickly. It wouldn't be that bad. All we have to do is just stuff everyone inside their little pods, and then just whoop, get beamed the fuck out of here. Wouldn't take too much. We do have a decent chunk of food. Downside, we have no pemmican, so they would all be eating raw fungus for the road trip, which is honestly not ideal. I don't really want all of them to get infected. But that may have to be the way it goes. Also, what's with these fucking rocks that are everywhere? Oh yeah, that's right. That's an issue with the anyone can haul mod, because then sometimes the same task is reassigned like 3 or 4 times. Leaving things like this to not be reassigned, so then you just have random rocks left everywhere. Tisk, tisk, tisk. Shoot, we'll get rid of that. Yeah, so we're working on those sniper rifles, so we should be alright. We just need to have some weapons that are good for raiding a base. Because one we're going to go on a raid is the Bear Clan base. So we're going to go over there, rocket in there, slap some ass cheeks around, send our dogs out to euthanize a couple of people, and boom, we did great. Hopefully, we'll see. Probably. Because that's not too bad. That's not too bad of a base. I mean, more than enough fuel to get there. There we go. The downside is that right now, it's still too cold to go. Because not only is it an ice age now, it's a fucking volcanic winter. So the optimal time to raid has now been squeezed down into pretty much just exclusively August. Because April, May is now too cold. Literally, look at this. It is negative 47 degrees Celsius outside. It will never be warm again. Volcanic winter and an ice age? Holy shit, it's cold. But the upside is that the months it's actually worth to hunt us now. Oh, fucking Christ, of course. And it's all melee. Oh, what obnoxious little shits. That's obnoxious. However, we do have mortar shells now, so we could start working on that. So security. What's the difference between artillery and mortars? Of course, there's a clear price increase. Capable of targeting other areas of the world within a medium radius. So the artillery can fire into adjacent tiles? That's ridiculous. If that's true, that's fucking awesome. Yeah, let's make sure we have 20 components at any given time. Orman son, that's a great way to start getting your spine caved in if you start insulting people. There we go, though. Looking all pretty. Yeah, let me see. Where did those... I believe it's underneath here. There was a orbital trade beacon. Quest expired. That's fine. I'm just trying to figure out. Here's one. There we go. So we can make these along here. I was thinking about making these shells. We can make them out of slate. And we can just do something like so. Where we just plop down a few shells. And that'll do that. Let's not put that here, because it's going to look a little bit out of place. So what we can do is that we make these shells. They have weapons stored on it, and it makes the area just generally more pretty. Because why not? Yes, and then all weapons get stored in there. Beautiful. What the fuck's going on here? Tinder, you can start. Fuck off. It's just a place full of arrogance. Is Ormondson insulting the Huskies? I mean, they are pretty bad dogs. You can go ahead and do that. They're the ones that provide you your meat without you having to hunt. There we go. So you can see that we do have an absurd amount of weapons. Oh, hey, we got a sniper rifle. Fantastic. Beautiful. Y'all, why don't you take the sniper rifle then? There we go. No, oh, and an excellent quality assault rifle, too. Beautiful. Who here has a shotgun? Take that. Nice. Is that some good weapons there? Easily enough to take out some spines. Murderous range, Banksy. Ironic, too, because the non-violent person getting violent. Of course, the non-violent person can't really be violent very well. Banks, are you alright? Are you bleeding? Nope. Still just missing legs. Alright. That's fine. Understandable. Here we go. So this... There we go. It made the beauty more neutral in here. The only way we can improve this further is with more artwork. Which we do have. We do have more potted plants that we can just kind of like throw down places to make this area generally more enjoyable. Yeah, so we can just like throw these down here. There you go, they're alright. Use your assault rifle. That is most certainly a hunting rifle. Well, gun enthusiasts will disagree, but they can suck my wiener. There we go. There's still some other ones. Put a rose in there. There you go. Make it look pretty in here. Yeah, there we go. Now I'm viewing here exceeding 3 at a time. Nice. They'll find that a bit more pleasant. As we'll expand my home areas. There we go. Looking mighty fine. Tantrum, yep, go ahead. As long as you don't break the geothermal generator or anything stupid like that, we'll allow it. Let's see, anything else for production we can do here that's kind of nice. I guess we could start making alcohol. Or you know what? I actually wonder, where's that bee thing? I think it's called like apothecary or apiary or something like that. Here, let's put this on the 1 pause right now. So I just want to see. Yeah, so we do have breweries, so we could make the precursor. Is it in miscellaneous? Yeah, apiary. Yeah. Oh, so you can make it a slate too. Cool. Does that have to be outside? It does. Can it be indoors? It cannot be indoors in the slightest. Well, that's unfortunate, because if I leave you outside, you'll freeze to death. So we can't have meat here. Well, that's unfortunate. Well, to be fair, beehives can survive through the winter. I'm not sure why they're not allowed indoors, though. Really seems like an arbitrary distinction. Alright, whatever. Fabrication. Bunch of cabinets here. Mighty fine looking. Honestly, the machining cabinet might be nice too. Oh, can you increase the research speed? we're good on that. That sounds like a lot of extra materials. Put the party in here. What else in here could I use? Well, I guess the intravenous thing, but the issue is I have no medicine. Should make that useful. Of course, skylets are always nice. Skylets are just a nice way to get everyone just slightly bit happier. We could also throw in more too. The issue is I don't want them to use a piano. I have a sneaking suspicion that it'll end up creating more of an issue. Hide vault table. Must safety retreat their Jarl to the end of the board. Sounds Viking as fuck. I'm down. No, so maybe we should expand our community zone at some point. Ah, good. Okay, so now they're making some more assault rifles and dog armor. That's what I'd like to see. Oh, that's right. I keep forgetting about the defibrillator ship. Actually, you know what we could do? We'll have this be all ignore. And what we could do is place down some IEDs. So when they all wake up, it's just gonna go boom and kill them all. Something like that. What's my opinion on Nesquik? You mean like that shitty chocolate powder stuff that you can make drinks out of? I mean, if it floats your boat, I suppose. Nothing wrong with it. Oh yeah, I should probably... Big old turret. That's a good one. Ah, okay. So the mechanoids have become immune to that thing. It used to be that you could place down like 1,000... You could place down 1,000 IEDs around mechanoids, and all you gotta do is just shoot it to wake them up, and it would just kill them all. Apparently, they're not so vulnerable to that anymore. Alright, that's fine. I mean, if they just want me to do a generic, like, just bombard them with a shit ton of mortars, I can do that. I still do want to try. That mortar thing where it can still shoot into adjacent tiles. It's like, that's the case with artillery. That's pretty sweet. If I could shoot at the base from like 20 tiles away, that would be awesome. That would overpower though. Seems like a great way to abuse that during raids. Alright, yeah. So we'll just have to do it the traditional way. That's fine. So... bloop. I'll get rid of that. Orban son, why don't you go ahead and haul those back there? Don't leave our mortar shells out there. Oof. So what can we do to help with that? So where is security? There's actually quite a few things we could do. I honestly like the idea of ammo crates, but we're completely out of steel. Actually, I wonder if we're out of... Are we out of steel just from the guns? I mean, I can see that each one of the guns takes like 100 steel, 200 steel to make. If it just wasn't so fucking cold outside at a solid 38 degrees. We could try though. It's getting close. It's getting to the warmer months. Who here has some of the worst temperature range? Dude, no good 58. 61, 45, 38. So Bryersland right now is the worst. Why is that the case? Yeah, he's wearing pants. And a parka. And a button-down shirt. Maybe that's what we need to do instead of the tribal wear. Fuck off with the... You know, honestly, I should just make that a banned phrase. Bigfollows.com. Boop. So go ahead and ban you. 1 second. I need to do this on Twitch's side of things. I think I need to go to account settings or something like that. Or what is the community... No, it's not content preferences. Is it moderation, potentially? Because all I need is just a banned phrase. Blocked terms and phrases. Bigfollows.com. There we go. So that advertisement should be automatically blocked next time it appears. There we go. So we should be alright. We're going to need some more steel again, so we need to flap that up again. Get steel production going. You want to be reborn as a lobster? That, by all means, is possible. Just go to the bottom of the ocean right now and start eating some detritus off the ground. And you know what? It'll be like 30% there. You know what I mean, my dude? Know what I mean? Practically already a crustacean. Spooky, scary lobster friends. Alright, we should be alright. That's hilarious. For whatever reason, it literally lists the term as like a chat command. Interesting. I wonder how much of Twitch's like netcode and moderation tools and all that. I wonder how much of this is literally just like a spreadsheet with a bunch of command line codes. Because I have a sneaky suspicion it's a lot of it. There we go. Corpse Obsession, Snyder. Go ahead, bring up Rhino again. Gonna flop him outside? Yes, fabulous job there, my dude. Fabulous job. You've certainly showed us by unburying our one dead colonists. Bloop. Throw her back in. Eventually we'll resurrect her. We just need to get, you know, the Resurrector Mech Serum again. Oh, wow, they already blew through all of our scrap metal. That was fast. Shit. Ooh, hey, look, food. Let's see. Do I want to tame them or do I want to harm them? Well, I do want to tame at least... Let's tame 2 of them, a male and a female. The rest can be eaten. So go, go, go. Hey, silver. Wow, that's really far away and really not useful. And it's only 300 silver. Wow, that's, like, really fucking useless. You can barely buy anything with that. A solid 300 silver. Not quite sure who's going to be, like, itching for, you know, that type of stuff. The issue is I wish there was more medieval-styled lamps that use electricity. Because all really like now is got these lamp-on lamps. Actually, what if we swap one down here? Would that deconstruct the benches? How are the Huskies doing? They did wonderful. I love how the other Muffalo are just like, ah, fuck it, we're tired. Beautiful job there, Huskies. A few of them look injured, but nothing too bad. These Muffalo don't really bleed much. Yeah, perfect. Barely any injured. Snyder, congratulations, welcome back. Nice. So they all feel better now. I know you all feel restless, that's a big issue. We can fix that pretty soon. The issue is that right now, I just need to make sure you all have decent firearms. Which I think the majority of you do now. Majority of you have, like, sniper rifles and shit. Need to make sure we also have some pemmican. So that's why we have the Muffalo dead. So we can just quickly craft some of that. We'll be alright. In the meantime, I guess we can go have the Huskies get some more steel slag. There's not really too much around here anymore. What else that we can cancel? Any steel slag around there? Yep, nope. Nothing really too prominent around here. There we go. Brighterson, how are you failing? This is a 44% chance. That's impressive. Wow. Impressive. Snyder, what's wrong with you? You can literally do anything. How are you out of shit to do? Maybe we just need to have a second artisanal table. The issue is we're out of steel, so we really can't do that. Is there a way we can do that with slate? Art bench? No, we can only make it out of steel. Why is it only out of steel? Like, what necessitates it using a metal? Seems arbitrary as shit, my comrades. Still should be alright, though. I actually could take out some of these floors. Since a lot of these floors are just steel tiles, we can just flop it out with some slate diamond tiles. There we go. Steel. Again, that's so far out of the base that at that point I might as well just mine. Like, there's no... The scanner has become so useless. It's like you spend multiple days scanning. It'll take you like a year or two with a max level scanner. Like, why doesn't it do it like radially outward? Why does it have to be random? That just seems stupid. Let's see, how cold is it outside? Okay, that's pretty useful. -20. That we can survive in that. That's right. This reminds me, I need to get rid of the tribal wear. Instead of tribal wear, we're gonna make a... Which one's better? A button-down t-shirt? So -4 versus t-shirt, which is 4. Okay, so button-down's better. So we'll do button-down, and then we'll do pants. So then we'll do until you have 1. Actually, no, yeah, you can go ahead. You can go ahead and use all the good stuff. Do until you have 1. Just don't use hyperweave and the other good stuff that's like absurdly expensive. Alright, great. And then we'll save this as 1. There we go. So then that'll work. So now I can go ahead and make clothing like that. And that should hopefully favor those conditions. Yeah, we do have enough space. I mean, this area is completely warmed up. So we could just throw in another couple of planters boxes here. Wouldn't be the worst of ideas. So, like so. Yeah, I think that'll work out. Although this is probably too much granite, to be honest. This will have to probably be changed to slate, because this is 3, 6, and 9. So then this will be 12. And then another 3, that'll be 15, so that'll max out the granite. And so the rest will have to be slate. So then this will be bloop, 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 bloop. So that'll work like that. So just give them a little extra. Honestly, I probably should throw an electric door in there too, to be honest. Okay, yeah, no, I guess you can hang the lights off the furniture. That works too. Keep this area slightly lit up. There we go. So now we're going to have extra furniture in there. Hopefully producing more and more mushrooms. Well, I guess we could throw in more obscure things. We could throw in things like cotton. But we should be alright. Blue leather armor. They should be alright with that. Still need plus steel. I popped in like the stream because I gotta go. Be back soon. Alright, so take care, my dude. Okay, that's useful. Not really. Wow, that is so far away. How are you scanning objects this distant? Finally, there we go. We got the Muffalo. Alright, take care, Anna. Thank you for stopping by. Sweet. So now, we got the new Muffalo. I need to have at least like 3 or 4 of these Muffalo. There we go. Enjoying his brand new sniper rifle. And it's an excellent quality one too. Oh, sorry, this is a good one. So the damage on that's still pretty good, but that range though, 45. Oh, so nice. Damage on that's going to be insane. There we go. So working on the extra armor for all of them. That's nice. Here we go. We got the garden going right now. It's obnoxious they're all default planting potatoes. But they should be alright. Beautiful little base up there. Produce mushrooms up the yang here. Make pemmican for days. Yeah, that's fine. Go ahead. Sweet. Muffalo number 2. Get back over here. The reason why we want to have all these extra Muffalos, by the way, the main reason, is that when we go raid another base, we actually have plenty of, oh, alright, what we got here? Yeah, just some random dough. That's fine, we'll eat you. But the reason why we want to have that is so that we have extra caravan capacity, so that when we go over there, we can then, you know, just yoink them. More stuff. More furniture, more artwork, just a whole thing. More gold. Good thing actually you guys came at this time. Negative 29, that's at least livable for most factions. Just wear a parka and some tribal wear. You're good. Anything less, it's pretty much guaranteed death. There we go. What's the actual stats for these rooms? Still considered nice. Extremely luxurious. The issue is it's not considered like quote-unquote luxurious because it's like intensity dependent. So the issue is since a lot of the areas are not like incredibly luxurious, you don't get that extra bonus into that. But it's still a nice base overall. Even though it's just kind of like a bleh, everything everywhere. Oh, talk to them before they run away. Here, intercept. Get him, get him, get him. Yeah, you missed it. You bitch. We could have sold some supplies. We could have sold some useless steel longswords that we have in bulk. Ooh. That'll work too. They got guinea pigs. Cool. Can't buy them though, because they will die up here. Ooh, bison though. Nice little pack animal. Shitty melee DPS. Well, they're pretty alright. They're basically Muffalo. Packaged survival meals. I would love those. Oh god, those are expensive. Alright, well, what things would you guys like to buy? They do like the statues, so we'll give them those. And the Masterwork sofa. Okay, decorative pot you guys can have. The scarf you can have. The random pieces of gear that we've all crafted. Those are always worth it. Caribou artwork. Okay, great. And then we can get rid of the just like random bits of leather that we have everywhere. Like so. Actually, we'll keep the devil strand. Buffalo wool, get rid of those. Neurotamine, yes, I'll take those. Take all of it. Minus the one because I want an even amount. You guys can take all the human meat. I'd rather not have that around here too much. I love how all the bison they have, they're all the male versions. I guess I'll take some of the meat. And the meat's expensive. Maybe I'll take 2 bison, though, and maybe, like, 100 of the meat. Beautiful. More bison. Would have loved to see him. It's just a lot of bison. Little moomers. There we go. That clears out this base, so we don't have to expand this at any point in time. That's what I'd like to see. Yeah, so great. So now when we go out to raid, we should be alright. So let's go ahead, flop on these turrets, because we're probably going to need to depart soon. So let's take a look at security. Do we have... what do we have for steel? We have 7 steel. Alright, so we... honestly, this raid could be just for steel. We'd probably be alright. It wouldn't be a bad raid. Oh, yeah. I gotta make sure I make these all potatoes. No, I don't need the potato plants. I need the planters. Here we go. So make that glow stool. And then make these glow stool. So then those can actually grow. There we go. That should work. Oh, look at that food. Since we don't have the dogs eating it anymore, nor the Muffalo eating it anymore, I'm not spending as much time on it. Got plenty of food, though. Yeah, about 1,000 pemmican. Not too shabby. Keep that going. Make sure someone gets that buck, because I know that's gone now. So just yoink that. Alright, beautiful. So let's go ahead and save this. We'll throw all of our pemmican and raw fungus into the old poop chute. We'll leave like 200 of this fungus behind. And maybe the Muffalo. Yeah, there we go. So then that should be enough for them. There we go. And it's nice having that refrigerator right there, because it prevents them from having to go back indoors all the dang time. There we go. That's nice. So that we won't have them getting food poisoning while out on the road. Good shit. So I know who to raid next. Ah, and the base is all glowing. Look at those beautiful mushrooms. And eventually, yeah, we can start selling those to the bulk vendors too. So we can start earning a decent chunk of change. Look at those just piles of fluff over there. All those Muffalo and bison. It's funny, too, because if you've ever seen a real-life bison, they're much larger than you think they are. Holy shit, are they huge. And they're, like, all fur, too. So these bad boys, yeah. I could see them eat a lot of the fluff around here. Perfect for the Arctic, though. They like eating the moss underneath the snow. There we go. So let all that grow. Alright, now let's actually go. Because right now, everything's good. All of them are relatively happy. So, whoop. Let's go ahead and start loading these up. So we'll start throwing up some of the... Let's throw all the pemmican and all the fungus in here, except for maybe... We'll throw in 1,400 of-ish. That'll work. Throw in all the medicine. Throw in... Where's the... bedrolls? Because we're going to need a lot of those. And then let's throw in 1,000 silver for purchasing stuff. Good. So let's get some pack animals in here. Oof. Those are big boys. Exactly 900 kilograms, too. Oh, that's nice. Alright, and let's load these ones, too. Oof. We don't have enough to take the dogs with us, unfortunately. Oh, let's see. We can take one of the dogs with us. That'll be good enough to distract them at least a little bit. The issue is, I wish these Muffalo were... Oh. Yeah, cancel that. We'll see how they are first off. We should be alright, though. Because the thing is, with raiding a base, we don't need to kill them all. We only need to kill, like, a significant portion of them. So if we can find ourselves, if we can go into, like, a nice little nook, hide in their base, hide there, and kill a bunch of them, we should be alright. That leaves, then, we have a bunch of huskies left over there to guard the base. Iran, what's wrong with Iran? She's alright. He's right there. Oh, she's hauling fungus. Did we just harvest some more? Oh, what if the dogs are hauling back some of the fungus that we're putting into the transport pods? Or if I don't know, Larry's just legit harvesting more of it. There we go. We're just loading up a certain amount of it. Loading up, like, what, 1,500 fungus? Plus all the pemmican. So we should be alright. And by the time we come back, all the food's going to be regenerated, so we'll harvest that, have, like, an extra 2,000 fungus. Good. So we should have roughly 3 people left over. That's good. So the next 3 people in here. Wow, that's still an ungodly large amount of pemmican left over. The issue... God, why did the Muffalo gotta weigh so much? Throw a husky in there for good measure. Alright, let's go, boys. Toss them all in. Fucking Muffalo weighing so much. I'm surprised the one dude can carry it by itself, because it's only wearing 120-something kilograms. I mean, that's a lot of meat on them bones. That's what, 250-ish, 260-ish pounds? So for a person just to carry that lightly, I mean, that's impressive. It's a lot of fucking weight. Oh yeah, I should probably send these guys off. So we're gonna attack the Bear Clan base. So let's take a look here. Let's go ahead and flop them right here. Whoop. So let them do that. So they'll go ahead and rest there for a hot second, pick some berries, and do their own thing, which is hilarious because dead of winter, it's always going to be the dead of winter, so they ain't getting shit. Thank God I didn't go for an ice age base. It would be like negative 80 right now, negative 100. Whoop. So here's our extended clan, all inside that base. So good. Now, the big issue is dealing with hypothermia, but let's kill him. Give us your loot. Ooh, 7 days of food. Hopefully they have food there, too. Or we can find some on the way there. Because damn, is that a lot of food we're eating. At least within our capacity, though. Base should be alright, though. We got our Huskies guarding it. All 1,700 of them. They got plenty of fungus to deal with. Quest has become active, called meeting. Alright, well, let's see. If you're on the way back, we can possibly... no, you're pretty far away. For us to go to here, it's a 9-day trip. Yeah. We had to buy some food on the way there to even do that. I'd rather just get some more transport pods and throw our dudes up there. Have Odin guide us in. There we go. These peasantry are not going to know what hit them. We're just going to immediately take everything. Hey, sweet. This is why you bring 1,000 silver with you. Then you can buy some more pemmican. Fuck yeah. Well, let's see what else you guys got. Look at that. We got berries. Yeah, no, we're good. Bye-bye. Yeah, sweet. So now we got some food. This base shall be destroyed. And this should hopefully make these dudes much less likely to break. It's going to be from breaking 2 or 3 times a day to like once a month. It's going to be amazing. Once a season, really. I think we'll hop off here at 3 o'clock, though, just letting you all know. So it won't be a super long day, but it'll be a decently long day. Ah, my God, my finger's still fucked up. Alright, what's up, my dudes? Banksy, you're gonna hide away because you're a useless bitch. We only brought you along to, for 1, to collect food, and 2, to haul shit. Alright, so we got a medium-sized base here. Not too bad. Honestly, this makes me want to make a base in the middle of a... Oh, God. Actually, you know, ironically enough, this would actually be a harder base for me to start off on, just because the lack of supplies. Because with the mountain base, you can at least deal with the mountains. Here, you don't really got that. Got to build in the outdoors. Oof. The Bear Clan. Archer Baron's son. Yeah. Alright. So we got these bad boys up here. Arbertson, where the fuck's your... Bring out your bow. I want you to use your bow regardless. I don't give a shit if your melee skill's higher. And Banksy, you're staying over there. Alright. So we need to find an area for us to hide in. And then start absolutely unloading on these people. Alright, so Banksy, just hide over there. Keep the animals nice and calm. Keep the Muffalo and Bison in check. Because right now we need a tight space. Honestly, this looks pretty good because that looks pretty tight. Only 2 doors. Not a whole lot of flow in there. So let's see. Let's go around. Let's go up top. Yeah, because these are very large bases here. Ooh, we could do this one here too. Ah, but that's a decent size in there. We have to kill their horses before we can get there. There we go. Just keep moving. That's right. Yalm's going to still be a bit slow. He is, after all, a cripple with a missing lung. But we got plenty of wood around here. Honestly, I wouldn't mind just going around these bases. Actually, to be fair, there's an old base near us. A sweet gold. We can mine that too while we're here. And there's some jade too if you want that. Honestly, I love having like these small miniature bases here. They're always so cool to me. Honestly, maybe I should do that at some point. Maybe I should have like a dual base setup at some point. I feel like that wouldn't be a bad idea. We've never done that. I feel like that would be really something sweet to try. I could see it being particularly complicated, but I definitely want the bases to be within like 20 or 30 tiles of each other. And you definitely want to do those bases on a road so you can easily access them if need be. And within 30 tiles so that you could fire rockets at them. Theoretically, you can fire rockets up to like 50 tiles away, but it's expensive and that requires a lot of fuel. Alright, good. Looks like they're all congregating in the center of the base. So, what we can do, let's go down here, shoot the door down, and then we'll hop inside here. So everyone come down here. What we're going to do is we're all going to attack this door. Inside. Inside, 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 inside. Now, 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 now. Yeah, don't worry about friendly fire. Yeah, there we go. That's what I'd like to see. Ooh, shit. Husky, get over there. Get him. There you go. Good shit, everybody. Yeah! Fuck yeah! Get fucked. Whoo! Isn't that what you like to see? Apparently there's 3 enemies still down here. The horses are considered enemies. That's funny. Anyone here severely fucked up? Alright. So just 1 stab and a bruise. That's honestly a fabulous outcome. Alright. Good shit, everybody. Good shit. Alright, let's kill the horses so that we can start working here. We'll go into all the rooms, pick out what we want, maybe deconstruct a few things, maybe take out the gold. Who knows? That's some good shit, everybody. That's some good shit. Yeah, the issue is we definitely have to kill the horses, though, because they're considered enemies. There we go. Good job, everybody. Let's go ahead and unforbid everything. Let's go ahead and start claiming everything. We just need to claim everything so that we can start accessing it. Iron, everyone seems to be doing alright. Hijal, you're slow. Briarson, you're slow. Here, why don't you come into all of these sections? Here, go ahead and do that. Beautiful. Base belongs to us. Oh, that's right, because we have to claim every door. That's obnoxious. I wish just everything immediately became ours upon entering a base. Do not let him escape. Maybe we should have the prisoners with us, too. Wouldn't be a bad idea. Here, do we have some beds around here? Yes, everyone hop in here. Nice. Okay, good. So we do have some prisoners in here. Interesting. For whatever reason, I cannot list that as the prisoner base. Yeah, same thing here. Weird. So, how am I supposed to heal these dudes? Are they just going to sit there and die? Here, what if I do something like so? Make that for prisoners. Oh, good, so it all became prisoner. So I just had to do something like that. Alright, so we found the kitchen. Okay, again, for whatever reason, this door is not considered mine, so I have to destroy it. Weird. Same thing with this one. There we go. Door is open. Get that one open too. Never mind, we're good for that one. That's fine if we crash these doors down. Boop. Alright, they honestly got some pretty good shit around here. So Yelm's doing that. All of them have... Someone put on the gold armor. Snyder. The golden guardian armor. I'm pretty sure the thing is worth $24,000. You are not wearing that. As soon as we get home, I am forcing you to put that on the ground. That armor is absurdly expensive. We should begin planning our next raid. Well, that's just fabulous. They are not happy campers. Alright, good job, everybody. So, Orban's son, go ahead and get him. Go ahead and capture these two. Good stuff, though. Let's see. To be fair, deconning all of this is going to take some time. Look at that. They were right next to a pile of gold and silver, too, that they didn't want to use. Like, boom, boom. That's a couple $100 right there just in materials. Medical emergency. Yeah, just quickly fix that. That's fine. Welcome back to your own base. There we go. You gotta love it. All they have are torches and shit around here. Like, none of this is gonna make it worthwhile. Yeah, the only place that actually has a decent warmth is Hearth Place. Pretty decent base, though. I like the design of it. I'm curious about these marble concrete barriers. Oh, yeah, so these are things that you can't even build. They're, like, meant to be from old roads. Which actually makes kind of sense. There are some old paths here. There we go. There's... Oh, is none of the furniture considered ours? You guys can take the beds if you want. You don't have to sleep on the ground. There we go. There we go. Good job, everybody. Good job. I guarantee you, though, our wealth... Ooh, it just plummeted because of the wealth and items just shot down. But as soon as we get back to the base, our wealth is going to skyrocket again. It's going to be like an extra 5,000, 6,000 gold in here. It's going to be absurd. Look at all the wheat they have here, too. Jesus. Over 300 joints. It's pretty good. Alright, let's go ahead. We gotta head back to base. We're gonna run out of food. We're gonna go head back. So everyone's doing good here. We got the prisoners, of course. We'll take back all the weed. I don't really need the dead horses. I'll take back all the beer. Anything expensive we'll take. Of course, those are expensive, but they're heavy. Plasteel Guardian Armor. Well, that's just ridiculous. Yeah, so anything worth over $100 we can take. Yeah, like these weapons are worth a lot. All the prisoners are technically worth a lot, but they're all worth like 60,000 gold. Wow, there's over 1,000 slate chunks on a map. I didn't even realize that. Alright, all good. We'll take some textiles with us. Those are always worth it. I don't really need the steel, but I appreciate it. I do like the wood. Maybe some of the furniture, potentially? Okay, we got some statues here worth a couple hundred smacks. The wooden butcher table, not so much. Those are heavy. Just got a lot of wood furniture, and I love wood stuff. But the issue is that I do not have the space for all these wood items. Tisk, tisk, tisk. Well, let's see. I mean, we have a couple hundred more kilograms here. So what can we take with here? A tool cabinet. I do like that idea. But the issue is that every day we slap on more, it causes more food for us. Ironically enough, I may need to carry the horses. Oh, wait, here, this might help us out. There we go. That's a lot more food. What if we leave the prisoners behind? Oh, wow, it's literally the prisoners that are weighing us down massively. Look at that. Alright, yeah, we'll keep them there then. Beautiful, then. Maybe we could take some more food with us, then. I do like the tool cabinets. The double bed... Oh, God, those beds, though, are massive. The table we can take. Do I want the dining chairs? I'm tempted. It's like, fuck you, I want your chairs. Gimme. Sure, I'll take some of your... Look at all the end tables they have. Why do they have like 13 end tables? And some of your steel? Here, what if we bring this down to just like, say, 100? You know what? I think that'll be it. Send. Let's see, let's see. Yeah, the issue is if we bring the prisoners, they just take so much with us. The issue is they're down for now, but whatever. Oh, okay. For a second I was like, shit, who died? Okay, no, it's just the prisoners. I was like, who the fuck died? But there we go. We got ourselves our food. Observed corpse, really. Days, that's fine. They're gonna be slow on the moving for a bit, but that'll be fine. Good shit, so they'll head send back here. That's good, because the Huskies are starting to run out of snacks. Well, that's fine. Huskies, why don't you guys go out there and start beating the shit out of everybody? You know, if we need more wood, too, ironically enough, we could just go to the, abandoned base next door and then just, eat that. We could do that. Because it is a decent chunk of food over there, too. There we go. The Muffalo will be fine. The Muffalo can eat all the fungus in here. Yeah, but once we get back, all of this stuff's going to need to be harvested. All the berries, the heel root, the fungus, all of it's got to be harvested. So we'll have hundreds of food. Hopefully they don't starve to death. If not, then I can just give them access to those meals, and that'll give them like an extra 2 days worth of food. Because right now, I had them out there hunt, so they can eat those raw corpses, and they don't mind. Got some good food, though. Raid! Larinkin Tribe. Oof! That's rough. Alright, Huskies. Honestly, actually, you know what? Let me do something. Manage area, new area. Waiting. What we can actually do is that we can have the Huskies wait right here, and then they'll attack people right as they come out there. Ah, that would be awesome. So what we can do, we can have all of the animals that can't fight, such as the Muffalo and the puppies, but then all of these dudes be waiting right there. So then what will happen, thank God I left the turrets on, so what will happen is that these dudes will come into here, they'll try to fight them off, and then we'll just send in the Huskies, and the Huskies will just fucking eat them. That's what I want to see. That'll be hilarious. We have plenty of Huskies in here. We have more Huskies than they have people. They can't stop us. These Huskies are trained killing machines. Look at these. 30% damage, 50% total damage on all of them. So they all deal an extra 1.5% damage. Or, sorry, 1 times damage. 1.5 times. So every 30, they hit an extra 15 on top of that for a total 45. Of course, these cheeky fuckers come at us when we're not here. But that's alright. We have an army of Huskies. Well, this is unfortunate. Looks like Quale is going to need to be executed. That's funny. Alright. Huskies, get him. They're going to try to mine into the back of our base. This cannot be allowed. This cannot be allowed. Kill them all. Actually, you know what, Huskies? Cancel that. Attack him. There we go. Kill them all. Oh my god. Huskies, execute them all with extreme prejudice. Do not let them into my base. Cancel that one. We have more that need to be killed. Execute. Good job, everybody. Good job, everybody. Good job. And honestly, you know what? The funny thing is, too, that gives them all more food. Alright. Unfortunately, some of these... Are any of you bleeding? No! None of them are even bleeding, so none of them are gonna die. Oh, that's hilarious. That's hilarious. Since none of them are bleeding, none of them will die. Wow. That's a perfect raid with dogs. And I didn't even use the turrets. These Huskies are so overpowered. You have these juvenile Huskies with armor, ironclad armor, coming out here ripping and tearing through these peasants. Oh, you want to raid us? Alright. Just sitting there fucking eating them. He will feed the Huskies. Oh, God. That's ridiculous. That's good, though. That's so good. You attack a base with no one in it, expecting it to be an easy run, only to figure out, oh shit, there's a lot of Huskies here. They're all armored, and they're all really trained. This is not good. And just wait, if I got a shield belt on these fuckers, it would be game over. Literally anyone that comes in here, unless you had a grenade launcher or an explosive launcher, my Huskies with shield belts would be able to eat you all. Oh, hilarious. There we go, though. All the Huskies managed to get themselves some free goodies. Not too shabby. Not too shabby. Not too shabby at all. Sure, what do you guys got? You got cats. Why the fuck do you have cats? They got some good armor, though. Synthetic hearts, leg. They got a full human leg. Huh. Interesting. Well, they want statues, so whoop. So take the statues. We don't need those at all. We just stole those for the free money. They want the Muffalo and all that. That's fine. Psychic cornucopia. Oh, just unless small. Okay. The issue is you don't really have enough money for anything else. I mean, I guess we can get the synthetic heart. But we really don't need it. So thank you. Not too shabby. Oh, God. Are the animals just going to sit there and try to heal themselves up until they literally starve to death? You're completely fine. All you have is some mild health issues. Oh, that's not good. Because eventually, if they have too much malnutrition, they will be unable to walk. So they are eventually going to have to get the fuck up and eat. Hopefully they don't heal themselves. Hopefully they don't become, like, entirely dependent on people. Because we're 6 days away, so it'll be a hot second before we get back to the base. Especially with the people constantly breaking. That'll make them just slightly more agitated than normal. Not too bad, though. That's why I wanted to have those transport pods. Because walking both ways there, that would have been a 12-day, 17-day excursion at least. And I definitely do not have enough food for that. That would just take an ungodly amount of time. Let's see what happens, though. I think they'll be all fine, though. I mean, the fact that we managed to repel a raid with Huskies is still hilarious to me. Hey, what's up, Sunglass Rider? How you doing? You have a bomb? That's great. Go blow up the toilet, then. That'll do just fine. Oh, yeah, and the Huskies always have a bunch of bodies here they can eat, too. So if they're really itching for some snacks, they got some snacks. And we could have them go hunt some more snow hares while we're out there. And ironically enough, because they're all socializing now, since they're all socializing, they're actually all going to have good opinions of each other for once. And not constantly want to kill each other. Nice. We could have our Huskies go ahead and try to kill these things, but if they had like only 4 Scythers, I would be okay with it. And if I was there to heal them afterwards. Because the Scythers do have a tendency to dismember. So it's a big potential issue. Death, Husky 4. God damn, they will die of malnutrition. Wow, that's really fucking stupid. That's funny. Yep, so they legitimately just starved to death. Oh, that's unfortunate. It's a few casualties from this, unfortunately. What we got here? A silver sax. Ooh, cool. Those are kind of cool. Those offer work building permits, because saxes are technically... Ah, dang. It'd be kind of cool. Northern clans, because of its unique, it's quite swung rapidly and easily. It's favored among those of landing swordsmanship. It's also a really nice weapon, because apparently it's also used as a tool. Because sometimes they can have, like, serrated edges on them, so they can be kind of used as, like, a pocket handsaw. So if you need to do some, like, small carpentry tasks or rope cutting or anything like that, that weapon was actually pretty good for it. I'm actually curious. That makes me want to go on Cult of Athena's website and see if they have, like, a nice sax available. The issue is that any good weapon requires a shit ton of money. Yep, alright, so that thing's gonna die. That's unfortunate. So that's 2 huskies we lose just because they're all hungry. Ironically enough, though, it will give them more food to eat. I'm surprised that they're not going straight for just eating more other food. Alright, so I am not going to make them hunt. Because right now, we're fine. We have plenty of humans to eat. You huskies have done well. Ironically enough, this base is going to be able to self-defend itself for a hot second. What we could also do to help self-defend it even more is that we could plop turrets throughout the base that are the non-explosive variants. That'd be kind of nice to have. There you go. These dudes are doing well. I'm curious. Could I force you guys to... No, I couldn't. Yep, that's what happens. Well, that's shitty. That's 2 huskies dead. Do we still have a female husky, though, at least? Okay, no. Okay, great. We have 2 female huskies. Okay, sweet. I was just making sure that we have the ability to have huskies forever. Super easy to train. There we go. So we'll work on that. They'll be alright. Now it's just a slow process of having everyone crawl all the way back to this base. The issue is they just sleep for so long. Is they don't need them. And the thing is, we're also in the tundra climate, not on a road. I think if I was going to do my next base, I'm actually going to do a large hill base on a road somewhere. That would be amazing. Because then that way we could actually get to other places super easily. Because while I like being in the mountains for defensive purposes, it is a pain in the ass to get around anywhere. That's why you generally want a mountain in the tundra next to a road. That's like a super ideal spot. Super ideal spot. Or just even near a road would be good too, like near these places. Because then you'd have easy access to all these people to butcher and take for yourself. Unfortunately, you can't have roads in the snowy climates, which is unfortunate. I wish there was like a super rare thing that you could find where it's like, oh, there's an underground highway system that used to exist on this planet, or X, Y, or Z. Something like that. That would be cool. Oh, if that's right. I have them unable to go into the trap area, so they can't remove that guy. That's fine, though. It's better than having half you guys die to traps while we're gone. Because that is a thing. We'll just keep the base nice and guarded. Yep, and they're slowly starting to eat away the humans left in the refrigerator. Hehehe. Beautiful. Yeah, so we're going to have zilch food when we get back there, too. What I'm going to have to do is I have to put all the pack animals near the panic area and just have them unload, and then the huskies can take the food wherever. That'll probably work. We're going to need to kill these things pretty soon. You know, ironically enough, this growing zone will never be useful again. Not until these volcanic winter and the ice age goes away. Otherwise, it's never going back up. We're in the middle of April... of August, and it's still negative 14 degrees outside. It used to be in like the positive 30 range. The temperature has fallen so much. It's ridiculous. Alright, almost here. 3 more days. Not too shabby. So it's probably back another 3 more days and we'll be there. We can start enjoying all of our precious loot. Yeah, look at that. We got a little bump in wealth. What we got here? Shield and a mace? Sure, why not? Take it. Free stuff. Da-na-na-na. Hopefully it won't be the worst. Muflo's done well, though. My sister Biana died. Oh, no. Well, to be fair, that's her fault. Yeah, so they're all going to be kind of peeved right now. Yeah, there we go. They all just need that catharsis right now. We're creation unsatisfied. I'm actually curious, if we threw Jin out, would Jin just respawn back to us? I feel like that wouldn't. I mean, I had a base at some point where my base, we had an ungodly amount. It was of some animal. I can't remember if it was like dogs or if it was like some weird hunting animal. It was some animal of some sort. We had an ungodly amount of them. So what I ended up doing is I just started selling them. We just had, 30, 40 animals at a time. Like, our base was covered in them. So by the time new quests started to spawn with animals wandering in or a pack of huskies join you, it was literally just like the same animals that we sold were released into the wild and then they just made it back to us. So it's just like, holy shit, we're getting the same people over and over and over again. It was weird how it's happening. Oh no. To be fair, those tomb quests are ridiculously hard. Those tomb quests, you have to kill some, like, 20 or 30 people in order for you to actually even acquire who's inside the tomb. They're absurdly hard. The only way that you could do it is if you had a shit ton of, how should I say? It's the only way it can really work if you threw down a crap ton of explosives, like a rocket launcher and whatnot. Maybe then it would work. Should be alright, though. Should be alright. So how y'all feeling about those brand new Radeon graphics cards? Watched a few videos on them right now. I mean, they seem alright so far. I mean, they seem to be the cheap version of the NVIDIA graphics card. But ironically enough, wow, these dogs have eaten the whole thing. Bodies and clothing. That's pretty fucking metal. But apparently, the... why am I drawing a huge blank to it right now? I mean, I think the performance on them seems to be on par with a lot of the other graphics cards. That is unless you're doing ray tracing applications. But considering how niche of an application that is, the ray tracing side of things doesn't really seem to be terribly useful. I mean, people have showed me, like, ray tracing versus non-ray tracing graphics in a video game, and they look, alright. I mean, some games can utilize it heavily, like Minecraft, but even then, who the fuck's playing Minecraft with RTX on? Because I think shader mods do pretty much the exact same thing, except they don't tank your performance. At least, not as much. Or, what was another one? I guess maybe, like, Battlefield 5 that no one plays, and some other miscellaneous games. The only compelling offer I could see for maybe getting a NVIDIA card over an RTX card. I mean, well, of course, yeah, if you need that, then that's like the big thing you are losing with AMD's graphics settings. But I guess the other thing, too, is that NVIDIA does have those various miscellaneous features that might be beneficial for the content creator, such as like the ability to instantaneously tap yourself out of an environment, similar to what you can do on Zoom, or have that NVIDIA RTX voice thing go on, which is really great at removing background noise, which apparently is super, super good. It's like people wouldn't be able to tell, you know, if kids are screaming in the background or whatnot. So that would be something that'd be kind of cool to try. But maybe those things, like, yeah, if you don't really do that thing, you don't really play RTX games very much, then yeah, just doing regular old, how should I say, doing some regular old AMD graphics probably would just be the way to go. Especially considering how they're cheaper. That is, assuming there wasn't, you know, instantaneous loss of all of the stock. Because I think right now, AMD ran out of those graphics cards pretty much immediately. Even though they were, you know, a slight downgrade to the 30,000 series, they pretty much sold out immediately. And they're already on eBay for like 2 or 3 times the profit. And people, as you're gonna expect, are still buying it in bulk. Oh, hilarious. I don't get it. Honestly, if I had the money and the means, I so wished I would have set up like a scalping operation, buying some AMD stock too. And if I had just like, you know, $100,000 to blow on that right now, that'd be amazing. I would have made so much profit. Egg. Yes, indeed. Egg. Hey, welcome back, everybody. Go ahead and start throwing the animals back in there. Let's throw them into the panic room. Because what you can do is that you can just force the animals to drop all of their stuff. There we go. Good shit, everybody. Yeah, so what we can do, we can just force them to do that. Just drop all of the goods. Something like so. Here we go. Drop all of that. Drop all of that. And I think that's all of it, right? So animals now can go back to no trap. Nice. So now these dudes are going to be just like extremely happy now. I mean, of course, except for the people that, you know, lost, you know, loved ones, but beyond that, they should be all right. Oh yeah, it's Snyder. Take that thing off. I am not allowing you to wear a fucking $30,000 piece of gear. That thing is so expensive. I am not allowing you to have that. Plasteel Guardian helmet. That thing's gotta be worth like $2,000 too. Take that thing off. There we go. Yeah, Larry's gonna have a field day. Literally everything has to be harvested. Or pretty much everything needs to be harvested. So that's gonna be thousands upon thousands of food. There we go, and they're gonna start working on that. Yeah, Huskies, go, 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 Gadget. I love just seeing that. That hard-working animals mod, plus just 1,000 animals that all have the ability to haul. Raid the Mecha Hive. 14 drop pods, everybody. Outside. All Scythers too. Oh shit. Everyone, get out. Ooh, 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 ooh. You there. Equip the EMP grenades. Who else has a shitty weapon? Get those out right now. Those would be beautiful weapons to have. Because if we can start stunning them, ooh, beautiful. That's going to help us out a lot. There we go. Get those out. So get to the space. Good shit. Alright, so this should be alright, though, because they all have some good stuff on them. Kills these peasantry. Hey, at least we get some steel, though, out of this. Hopefully. Assuming we all don't die. Ride the Huskies to battle. Beautiful little things. Coming right back for us here. We're all right here, just waiting in the... Nah, definitely not trapped base. Oh yeah, give us all those components. There we go, stun him. Yes! Yes. The issue is that's all stunning them too. There you go, just keep stunning them. Oof! There goes a gun. Alright, everyone, hold fire. Good shit, everybody. Good shit. There we go. Beautiful. Yeah, so that buys you a little bit of time there, so you can just, you know, yoink 'em, poink 'em, do whatever the fuck you need. Good shit, everybody. Good shit. Smoke leaf binge. That's fine. They say the weapon's too dangerous for shooting because it's a... I guess an explosive type weapon. An Altosenberg. You can go ahead and get rid of that stuff too. Perfect. That's what I'd like to see. And we got wood furniture for days now that we can use. Beautiful. So mecha hives everywhere. Yeah, so why don't we go ahead and allow the animals to utilize any of the zone as they see fit. A lot of these huskies need training for hauling now. So that'll be a hot second. There you go, just start hauling the bodies back. And ironically enough, these people wouldn't even know a raid happened besides this one body. They would just think some random dude wandered in and tried to kill things. They wouldn't think there was like 10, 15 dead bodies. Yep, see, that's why I don't want these huskies in the trap area. They all activate those traps. Alright, great. So now... Ooh, come on, don't break. There we go. So now they all go into the no trap area. There we go. Beautiful. So just get them all slight stab wounds tended. Should be alright. Perfect. So let's take a look at our wealth. The wealth probably shot way back up. Yep, here's our wealth. 130-ish, and now it's up to 160. We got like an extra $30,000 worth of wealth just because of this one golden work master item. Ridiculous. Ah, so much money. And see this Molotov cocktail stockpile. Can shrink that right there. There we go. They still have an ungodly amount to do with the garden. Because the garden still needs a lot of work here. Yum. How are y'all fucking up on these traps? Yeah, so he's just plucking all the herbs right now. And so how much do we have right now? 2,000 raw fungus. Oof. Is that one dude still binging on smoke leaf? Is he still ungodly stoned? Yeah, they should be alright. I don't think we'll have enough, though, to repair these turrets. Yeah, we won't have enough for the steel. But we will be able to deassemble the mechanoids. And then we can smelt any leftover steel. We still need to deal with these assholes right here. So I still need to get like 2 or 3 shredders up right now. Tisk, tisk, tisk. At least that was some good food. Perfect. You know, why don't we go ahead and disassemble that. Strip that dude down. And go ahead and cremate. There we go. Beautiful. Extra gear for us to work with. I was kind of hoping at least the Huskies wouldn't eat all the clothing. But for whatever reason, they just ate it all. Turbans, parkins, fucking everything. Wow, steel. Okay, that's at least more useful. That's within least, you know, a moderate distance. And it was only 300 steel, though. Why don't we go ahead and just turn that off and... No, keep that on. Might as well start studying again. Because the other stuff just seems useless. There we go. That'll work. Because undergrounding mining, that honestly became way less useful now. It's much more worth it just to go out and mine shit. And we'll just mine those 2 deposits, and that'll be hundreds for us. There we go. Guess we'll do the brain surgery, and then we'll get the advanced limbs, because why not? Although, to be fair, we might need to get advanced fabrication before we could even do that. There we go. Not too shabby. Oh, yeah, Huskies. Yeah, I can go out and go hunt again. Get 'em! We need more snacks. We got plenty of fungus, but we have no berries to go with it. There we go, and hopefully we have them on ignore, so they shouldn't go immediately to try to shoot these things. Good shit. Yoink. Free food. I'm still surprised, though, they're actually still spawning. Because usually animals only really spawn during the months, you know, that actually have food. And considering none of these zones are going to be having any food for a hot second, I thought they would all migrate down south. That's going to be a barren wasteland of nothing but vegetables. Vegetables? Maybe, question mark. Bison's still eating all my fucking plants. Alright. You alright? Nothing too bad? Okay, good. What the fuck did the Muffalo just eat? Oh, must have been the mushrooms. I was like, holy shit. Eat the husky. I mean, I know there are some animals that are kind of like that. I know pigs, don't those dudes get pretty intense with what they eat? There we go. Wow, botching the harvest left, right, and center. Don't fuck up the food, man. Yeah, it looks like we ran out of steel again. Task. Oh yeah, they're all going from mining to doing that steel turret. Don't worry about that. Get the steel first, and then we'll worry about building. So I don't want you guys to go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. There you go. Plus I have this whole row of mushrooms to work with afterwards. If they do have enough components, we'll probably need more. So I want to go ahead and work on these. Alright. The thing is, though, each one of these transport pods, we use 10 of them. That's 600 steel and 6 components. Oh, wait, sorry? No, wait, yeah, 600 steel and 10 components, sorry. So we need to get a lot more to work with here. We have plenty of deposits, though. The issue is they're all just super far away now. I can see maybe that mining thing being more useful on small maps. And especially on maps with less resources. So the issue on these ones, not as much of an issue. Actually, to be fair, it'd probably even be harder, to be honest. Because on those maps, you wouldn't even have the extra steel to, like, waste on putting wires all the way out there. There we go. Oh god, what the hell does it sound like? Someone die? No, it should be good. There we go. Got that extra one. I don't know, should we have them go hunt the snow hares? Should be alright. You know what we also need to do? We also need to get bridges up here at some point. Because the constant back and forth here takes a long ass time. The issue is the only... The Bear Clan. Ooh. I can see why you dudes want to raid us. Oh, shit. Again. I gotta remember not to use that unforbidden thing. And then other animals get into the panic room. There we go. It's the animals that are not trained to join you yet. Keep them in. We'll see. We should be able to get a few of these dudes out. Although, to be fair, the Bear Clan, these dudes are sending some emaciated raids. I mean, they are frequent, but they're pretty small raids. Oh, of course. Going directly through our... Oh, rude! Alright then, Husky. Just kill him. Good shit. Now go execute them. I'd like to see what your progress can bequeath to you. We got 10 Huskies, all on a mission. Do not let them take our base. Run, peasantry, run. Love that. Oh, it's so good. So good. Alright, Aldersberg, we got some new prisoners to capture. You there need to get your fucking helmet off and your chest plate. Bad boy's worth 30 grand. I did not want that thing getting broken. Because the more he uses it, the more it degrades in value. We can sell that for so many prosthetic parts. We just gotta find an arms trader that's willing to work with it. Good shit, though. Well, plenty of beer to work with. Oof. The Huskies just tearing off their fingers. There we go. Alright, so let's get rid of that kill marker on them. Because that will, unfortunately, as soon as they get up again, the Huskies will try to kill it. So not the best. Alright, so these dudes got some pretty shit gear on them. Creepy breathing, too smart. Sanguine and Jogger, that's actually pretty good. The issue is your skills are pretty lacking. All you got is Crafter on you. So I'll go ahead and release you when the time gets rough. We'll make it up for the fact that we took your shit. Took the $30,000 helmet and all that. Beautiful job there, everybody. And the rabbit was taking all the alcohol too. Yeah, can you come over here? Get rid of that helmet. There we go. Beautiful. There's plenty of helmets here to work with, I think. Actually, wait, I don't think we actually... No, we're probably not making a helmet, because the issue is we don't have any leather. Oof. Alright, any animals here, then? I'm gonna go start hunting them. Honestly, every single raid that the dogs get involved in, they will just gradually get more and more and more powerful as time goes on. Eventually, they will get to the point where they are going to have like some 400% damage bonus. They're going to be with bionics. That's going to make them even more powerful. They're all going to be wearing shield belts, so they're all going to be immune to melee fire. I mean, it's going to get to the point where they are going to be legitimately unkillable. Oh, God, that's going to be funny. Here you go. Throw her back in. And it's funny, they still consider her a colonist whenever she's unearthed, so that means the body is still fresh enough to actually use a Resurrector Mech Serum on. The issue is that the worse or the longer we have to wait to use a Resurrect Mech Serum on them, it's going to take, you know, many, many, many days for them not to be sick, or they probably will have dementia of some sort. So then we'll have to do brain surgery on them. Ah, the issue is brain surgery fucks with them. Or we could use, like, Luciferium. But then the issue is Luciferium is expensive and eventually kills them. Assuming you don't have the money for it. Ah. Should be alright. In the meantime, though... Oh, yeah, shit. We gotta get rid of all these dead bodies here. I completely forgot about that. Here, you know what? We'll let the animals who can haul... We'll go ahead and let you dudes do your thing for a hot second. Pick up the stuff from inside the traps. And of course, I just immediately go for eating our food. You know, I don't mind these Vikings, though, constantly raiding us. They keep dropping off, you know, hundreds of kilos worth of beer and... beer and weed. It's kind of nice. Just free snacks. Alright, how about you work on... Honestly, because we do need legit get rid of all of these clothing. So bop it. Boop, 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 boop. And then cremate. Here we go. Good shit, so now... Oh my god, we have so many weapons! It's ridiculous. We need to start... Honestly, I may need you just to start smelting them. Because none of the... Only weapons dealers are going to want these. And those come by very rarely. And we're not going to be using Dane axes, long swords. We're only going to be using basically maces. Smelt weapon, do forever, will allow any quality weapons. Yeah, we'll do melee weapons, not crypto weapons. What we're going to do is that we're going to allow for not the heavy mace, nor the mace. So then those would be smelted down. So then all of these long swords, all of these Dane axes, all of these Iwakas, all just the shit that we can't use at all, those will all be smelted down. So that'll probably give us like a couple hundred steel. Maybe. To be fair, our colonists need to get smacking on that. Shit, toilet's full. Can you go fix that real quick? Yoink. There we go. So now we're getting that fuck ton of steel. And then Larry, why don't you go work at this? There you go, and I think that's the last of the bodies. Perfect, so that means now we can then force the animals to do no trap, no food. Beautiful. Oh yeah, that's right, we're gonna need to do... take the best stockpile on both of these, since the Huskies can't do it for them anymore. There we go. So these will just be transported to that stockpile. Because ironically enough, in there, they can't eat that. There we go. This should be alright, though. Still, though. Just that huge spike in wealth to go from basically here to here. Did that raise their expectations here, though? High in smoke leaf, that's right. And they still have moderate expectations. The mechanoids have woken up. Oh, fuck. Oh, shit! Panic. Panic group, everybody. Get up, up. Oh no, Husky 10 might die. Oh, fuck. So those are getting into the panic room stage. Alright, everyone hop in, hop in, hop in. Honestly, we could have everyone besides... Oh, Yalm's not even in here. So what we could do... We could force the dudes to do like a ring around the posy type thing. I don't want to lose another Husky, though. Or be fair, that one's going to die. Oh, fuck, we don't have a mortar either to deal with this. Alright, then. Where the fuck did those grenades go? I just saw them. Oh, here they are. So get the grenades. And Orban's son, get the EMP launcher. Nope, sorry. You get to position. You get to position. So then we'll have to fight him. Fucking Husky's dying. So we'll probably have to start shooting them from this distance. There you go, just keep moving. Try not to shoot the dogs too much. I'm surprised these things are like moving as fast as they can. Fuck. Fuck. Okay, great. So I kept the door open. Will they still try to come inside? They will not. Oh, those cheeky fuckers. Oh, funny. See, now they're on their recant, so now they won't actually attack us. Here, everyone, why don't you go ahead? Can you not do that? Who here is on... Wait, you know, you're doing shit. You have the grenade launcher. Alberson, you have the grenades. Oh, you're already doing tending. Okay, great. The fact these things are so resilient to damage, too. Oh, these fuckers still alive. Is the animal alive? Alderson, the fuck are you? Oh, it's because of the medicine. Literally none of these dogs here. How are this one? Yeah, you. Over here. Tend. You fuckstick. It literally auto-tasked him to complete tending, and then he just refused to do it. That's great. Get back over here, you lazy shit. Banksy, I'm not sure how I accidentally got you in there. Get back. Just keep shooting them down. There we go. Stun them. Beautiful. Keep doing it. Keep doing it. Alright, so everyone hold your fire. Except for Grenade Dude. And have the dogs go after them. Good shit. Keep doing it. There you go. Just keep that stunning. Yes. Good shit. And again, keep doing. Keep getting that extra perk. Yes. Extra power. 5% for each one. And they deserve it. Alright, so England, we're going to go ahead and have you just sit here and bash that real quick. Good shit. Animals, you guys can go ahead and go on a no trap. A lot of them need healing anyway, so it's fine. Ah, good, he carried them back too. Sweet. Alright, so we'll have him work with that. Smoke Leaf Binge. To be fair, out of all things, the Smoke Leaf Binge is by far probably the least harmless. I mean, to be fair, they will eventually get addicted, and if they do get addicted, they're going to be disappointed because they're not growing any, so they will end up, pass the fuck out, man. Doing good shit, though, on that melee job. Look at that. Not bad. And then, there you go. Again, Snyder. I forgot about that helmet thing again. Off with it. And you have the silver version. Y'all, we're gonna need to take off that helmet too. Alright, so good stuff. More plus steel, more components. All I would need. There we go. And then go ahead and take off that. Ink being made out of pure silver too. How much is this thing worth? So that's worth $1,000. This is worth $4 grand, and the other thing's worth 30. Yeah, so let's not break these things. And they're worth an absurdly large sum of money. And they're not actually... I don't want to say they're actually worthless in terms of combat prowess, but I mean, sure, the extra armor on that's nice, but I'm not sure if that's intrinsic to that. Yeah, it's a bit better, but it's probably just because it's a masterwork quality stuff. Wow, 4,000 mushrooms. That's the end of the husky still fucked up. Nothing too bad though. Got lost a right eye. Lost a nose. Lost an eye and an ear. Nothing terrible though. Nothing where it's going to affect their combat prowess. They're just all going to have a really disfigured fucking army of dogs. Ormondson, how you feeling? Why don't you go sleep inside? Bit chilly in the outside right now. There we go. Beautiful. Not too shabby. You guys haven't died so far. You know what we could do too to mess around with our wealth? We could just make some silver furniture. That does, I think... Nah. The thing is, the silver furniture can actually be worth more. If it's a good quality. Ah, nice. And bandages are all good. Yeah, so go ahead. Give the animals good quality bandages. Why not? They deserve it. Yeah, sure, why not? We'll give them rescue training, too. We'll see if that actually helps. If they all have the full slew of training and they all haul everyone to beds when they get knocked out. Could be useful. I'm curious kind of how that happens, though. A 50-kilogram dog hauling a 200-kilogram person in armor back to the base. It's not going to be the most gentle. It's just going to be yoinking. There we go. So how's our steel? There we go. Steel's back up. That's what I like to see. So we can start doing is some more security measures. We can start getting things like this. Yeah, I guess stuff like that coming. Ice Age is ending? Oh, hot damn. Wow, look at that. It's back up to... It's above freezing for once. Holy shit. Stuff's growing. That blows my mind. That actually means it might get too hot in here again. Well, that's impressive. We can actually start working on our security, too, now as well. We can start putting up flame turrets and sentry guns. I love that. May explode when damaged. Oof, that's not potentially a good idea. Honestly, having this over here might not be the worst of ideas. Having a little sum-sum. You know what, too? Let's get this down nice and in mind. That would probably help out. Brain surgery, beautiful. So now we can do AI chips and all that, so if we need to resurrect any of these dead people. I actually wonder if we can operate on dead bodies and just give them new organs, if that would work. Probably not. Probably not very well. I mean, hey, since we got an extra... Since we got an extra entertainment source, why don't we go ahead and plop this down here. We can probably plop this down here with a couple of pieces of furniture. A wooden tool cabinet. Sure, why don't we go ahead and put it like right there. Yo. Ironically enough, we may be able to sell... Oh, yes, we may be able to sell our super expensive gear then. Because it's considered armor. Yes. Oh my god, $10,000. They have zero way of paying for that. Holy shit. Yeah, so we could buy some assault rifles, some sniper rifles, some more assault rifles. Yeah, let's just get all of their sniper rifles for now. A cryo hatchet, which this one's kind of cool. This one can actually... The melee damage is nice. Oh, those things are ranged? Interesting. I'm curious what the distance on that range is. It isn't listed. They want all of our beer, for whatever reason. They got medicine components. Ironically enough, they don't have the money to deal with this. So let's see. Where is that? What if we give you everything else, though? Because I can't deal with that. We don't take your assault rifles. You can sell the rest of the guns. Yeah, just sell all of this junk. Like so. The silver sacks. Oh, it's silver. It's straight up made out of silver? Might as well go ahead and sell it then. Plus steel, Iwaka. And like I said, unless it's a melee weapon we can use. There we go. There we go. That's nice. So then all of our inventory comes back to us. Ah, beautiful. And so now we just have sniper rifles and assault guns. Oh, that's sweet, though. Our Vikings have now upgraded to the lead age. Hey, what's up there? Welcome back. That's ridiculous. Might as well go ahead then. Deconstruct that. Spacecraft junk. Oh boy. There we go. So we're all nice and hunky-dory here. And actually, why don't we go ahead? I don't know. I kind of like having those walls up there. All of them look previously inhabited. Nice. Ah, beautiful. Plus, we have the medicine, which then will allow us to make this intravenous pump, which then increases the healing speed of nearby beds. Has to be directly adjacent, so it has to be like right on top of them. That's unfortunate. I mean, I guess we could start working on expanding out our rooms here. And, you know, making it larger here. We could do that. I haven't done any turtle designing yet. So that wouldn't be the worst of ideas. There we go. Disassembling all the old apparel. This looks beautiful. A nice operation. What we also need to do, though, I need to get my huskies to start hauling back more of these stone chunks. Legitimately, I'm going to start running out of stone chunks for this whole base. There you go. So that'll be the last of those stone chunks that we're going to need. Beautiful. It's unfortunate. Maybe we can get some like general goods trader around here at some point. Leadership ended. That's fine. Go ahead and do it. Snyder's still bored. Snyder, what are you inspired by right now? Inspired creativity. Okay. So Snyder could make... Would that be artwork or furniture? Oh, the issue is we have 0 materials in which they can actually work with right now. Alright. You know, we could start mining this jade up. Get the jade. Get the silver. That would be good. We could work with them. Get some extra of these space chunks out here. Decon those. That'll all be worthwhile. And we still need to work on the security of the space. I keep forgetting about that. The HGM compacts, I do love that. Stationary heavy machine gun. But it actually provides some heavy fire, and I love that. Dual autocannon. Oh my god. This is ungodly overkill. That would do so much damage if it exploded. Honestly, we also need to get some barbed wire up here, too. So something like so. Like that would be helpful. Prevent them from being attacked. Having some explosives out here would be a good thing to try as well. The searchlight thing could be useful. Because apparently all this does is just shine a light in their face, and that makes them less likely to hit. So that actually might be a good idea. Oh, that's right, because you guys still have the grenades out here. Yes, you guys can turn that off for now. Yeah, it makes sense that Briarson would now actually have a bit of a higher reputation now that he's actually socialized with everyone. And for power... Nah, I think we'll be alright. Honestly, I might need to get a power switch on here. Put, like, these two right here to on and off. These things down here. So instead of us having to go all the way down there. That'd probably be a better idea. Let's see, what else? I do like the hearth. That does look cool. I do... The thing is, the furniture I always love is the Rimkia furniture. This stuff's always cool to me. I don't know why I like this stuff the most. But I do. Do we need cloth furniture? I think we should be alright. The issue is the only like small cloth furniture they have is this thing. But as you can see, it costs 120 cloth per. Yeah, we got a lot of cloth. I guess we could do it. Plop right there. Comfortable little beanbag. Got some barbed wire around the turrets. Now they shouldn't explode as easily. Plus it'll damage anyone that goes in there. There we go. That's what I'd like to see. Some more explosives probably would be a great idea. They gain significant cover while inside trenches. So I'm not sure if we want to really encourage those around there. Again, covering this around here and adding a third wall in there would be a potentially good idea. Legendary work. Oh, he made a legendary pillow? Alright then. I wonder what the beauty of that thing is. 98. Not too shabby. And the thing is, he wasn't even inspired, too. He just randomly made that legendary bed. Cool. Oh, beautiful. Now we got some more jade. So what we could do for the decorative pot plants, literally just force them to make it out of jade. Has to be someone that's decently good at artwork. And then we'll make like 10 of those. Because then that will provide us a shiitake ton of wealth and luxury everywhere. There we go. Yeah, just traversing slightly over this barbed wire. Downside's gonna make them a pain in the ass to repair, but they should be alright. The steel lights might be a good thing to try. Downside, it won't work on sniper rifles, but it will work on everything else. So something like so. And then we're also going to need artilleries at some point. Like so. That should work. And then we'll throw down a ammo crate right here. So that'll allow us to shove in mortar shells. Hey, there we go. So now we can use that jade to make flower pots. Probably not the best use of it, but honestly it works. That, or if we have someone that has an inspired creativity or inspired craftsman or whatever, we could have them work on something else. Oh, that's right. I still need to get these guys their grenades back. Here, so pick up the assault rifle. You pick up that. There we go. Beautiful. So now they all have assault rifles. That's awesome. We do need another sniper rifle now that we're out of them. Some good gear. It's funny, we all have like sniper rifles, but we're all still wearing leather armor from like the 1800s. From the 1200s. From the Ooga Booga ages. So then theoretically, this should blind anyone within range. And make them less useful. So we can go ahead and turn those off. There we go. Saves us a couple hundred of power. Nice. We're also going to need some more melee weapons, so why don't we go ahead. Let's see, I don't know, I almost kind of want them to have saxes just because that sounds better. So let's try that, turn on the power. We'll do this until you have... No, I gotta make it maces because these dudes will break out at some point. And I don't want them to kill each other again. We'll clear all, use steel. I don't want it to be silver. Oh, let's see, what else can we make here? Bear armor and all, that's always fun. Meteorite shower, we'll be alright. Thrumbo gear is always good. And there's stuff in there that we don't usually need. Plus, could also be made here, usually. Yeah, so we'll put this as critical. Put shells back in there. There we go. That's a nice distance. Ironically enough, just in time, too. Ooh, back with the old centipedes. Not with the pikemen with their shitty assault rifles. Fucking centipedes. You know, we probably would be alright with what we could do. Literally just get those EMP things again. Oh, dogs are going hunting again. Get them. What we could do, we could literally just have our dogs come out here and get them. Oh, Arctic Fox, you're hunting us. Haha, actually, you're the ones in danger. Look at that, it's cold enough for it to actually rain. Or warm enough, sorry. Yeah, so we're gonna need to go... We could either blow it up with a bunch of artillery shells, but the thing is we need like 20 artillery shells for that to happen. Yeah, so we'll make 40 shells. Honestly, I might I might want to put this inside the wall somewhere. Because the issue is with these is that they can explode. So what I want to do here, structure steel door. Mine it out. Sweet, infestation. Ironically, in our plumbing. Huh. They're coming out of the fucking woodwork to try to kill us now. Infestation and this? Although, to be fair, actually, that sounds pretty good. We need some food. And our dogs need some training. And since we all have sniper rifles and assault rifles now, we're generally not going to be that bad with shooting. Oh, look at that. They're crapping out decorative pots here that are of high quality. Yeah, that's going to be a lot of hives. 12 hives, yep. Not the worst. Yeah, they got a while there. They can work on that. I'll just wait until everyone's awake. I want them to be fully rested. And more huskies. That's cool. Actually, you know what, too? That reminds me, I probably, at some point, Let me reinstall this over here. And let me change this one. Clear all. Manufactured. Chem fuel. I want to make these far and apart so that when they explode, they don't, you know, kill everybody in the base. You want to keep the chem fuel nice and far away from everybody. Same thing with explosives. Alrighty then. Everyone looks alright here. Let's save that real quick. Thank God for these lovely doors. Banksy, you go ahead and hide away animals that are not here. Go hide and panic. And you got plenty of huskies here that we can work with. So we're doing that. We're just gonna bump one of these open up real quickly. Except for you, Banksy. You stay there, pussy. There we go. It's gonna be fucking risky. Oh, they didn't trigger them. Get them. There we go. So what we can do is that we'll trigger the dogs, and then these dogs can go on a killing rampage. Because the thing is that the more of these things that die, the more damage these dogs will do. So if they kill, like, all 17 of these bugs, they'll be on, like, a 200-300% damage increase. They'll be ungodly roided. There we go, just keep firing. Destroying our plumbing! That's fine, though, that was gonna go away. Keep executing with extreme prejudice. Oh god. They're starting to wiggle their way out. Wiggle and perish. This is all giving them an extra shooting bonus too. Orman's son, pick out your sniper rifle. Nope, he dropped it, you dumbass. Execute with extreme prejudice. Ah, delicious food. Purge these bugs. I'm actually curious, are these things even getting the damage bonus? I don't think so. Because they're all being assisted by us. So stop firing. Let the dogs go at them. Maybe. Nah, no need to help him out. Just kill him. Don't let him go. Where the fuck is that one going? You can try attacking the plumbing if you want. Alright, that was too far away. Alright, so now the dogs can go ahead and start working on the other stuff. How's that thing still alive? There we go. Alright, so go ahead and help him out. Husky 9, 8. Oh, just 9 and 8. Okay, so only 2 that got knocked out. That's pretty good. Husky 8. Alright, good job, everybody. Snyder, I appreciate you. You're gonna have to go on a bashing spree real quickly and just take out the remaining hives. There we go. Oh, Jin got knocked down. Go get him. There we go. Go ahead and use the medicine too.
There we go. Outlaws Husky 15. Olsenberg, you're working. Hjalm, you're working Ingrid. Brierson. Go get that Husky. Banksy, you're good. It's ironically gonna take him a long-ass time to get rid of these. No! Husky 8! Fuck. Fuck. Alright, animals can go ahead. Go in no trap room. Go heal up. Alright, so looks like we might lose 2 or 3 Huskies here. Not ideal. But it'll work. Okay, gotta make sure I forbid that. You can go ahead and cancel that. Did it say kill on the door? You can cancel that. You don't need to kill the granite door. Good shit there, everybody. Good shit. It's not too bad for an infestation. We can easily get some more Huskies, too. Husky 17, how are you doing? He's just chilling. Chilling in Cedar Rapids. Anyone here losing any more limbs? We did lose a paw. We lost 2 paws. So we need 2 more legs. Alright, so it's not the worst. We lost a tail. Beep, get another one of those. There we go. So
Today I thought I would discuss something that
Let's see, is it loud enough? I think so. Of course,
I
solar
think
flare.
Apple did that is a good thing. But
Actually, wait 1 second. I need to turn this on 2 times speed because this dude speaks slowly as fuck. Or we'll do 1.5.
they did is they cut the App Store fee in half for developers that are making less than $1 million in gross revenue. I think this is a good thing. It's a good positive change. So for those of you who are not aware, whether you're dealing with Apple and iOS or whether you're dealing with Android in the Play Store, you used to have to, if you're a developer, pay 30% anytime someone purchases your app. So if someone spends $5 in the store for your app, the Google or Apple would get $1.50 if my morning math is correct.
Well, it's not just that, too. It's also in-app purchases and basically anything that they have to pay or do the payment processing for, they take 30% of the cut. Even if you introduce measures that actually reduce, they actually do the payment processing, that isn't allowed. They have to do the payment processing, and they will charge you 30%. There is no other way to get around that. The fact that I think on Android phones, you can easily sideload applications in other app stores that don't do that, but that's not really a common thing.
This is something that pissed off a lot of people, particularly on the Apple side more than the Android side, because on the Apple side, you can't install an app on an iPhone unless you either jailbreak the phone or get it from the App Store. So if you just have an iPhone you bought from the Apple Store and you want to install an app, you need to purchase it from the App Store. And if a developer wishes to sell you the app to the App Store, they need to not only pay a 30% fee, but they also need to pay a 30% fee anytime you make an in-app purchase, which is something that many developers consider to be egregious. If you think back even 20, 25 years ago, it's not like computer companies were not greedy back then. It's not like Bill Gates was an altruistic person as the CEO of Microsoft. These companies were run in a greedy fashion, and they always have been. But there's a difference. There was some, I don't know if it's cultural or something else, but even back then, even the billionaires of the 1990s, they didn't put together an operating system where A, you can only install apps from this specific store, and B, if someone wants to sell you an app through that store, they need to give you 30% of their gross revenue. That's not something that would have been heard of back then. So that's why it's so crazy that to many people that are experiencing it with the smartphone revolution, that somehow when we had a duopoly back then, you only had 2 choices, Mac and Windows. I can't tell Linux people screaming. But again, if you were doing professional video production for movies or certain business work, there was probably software that you could not run on Linux. So I know, just give me that. So you had pretty much 2 choices of Mac and Windows back then. Yet, even though there were only 2 choices, they didn't both come together and say, here's a way that we're going to gouge developers who want to utilize our platform. Yet that is something that has happened with Apple and Google. Now, what they're doing here is they're cutting it in half, which again is a step in the right direction. I think it's something that Apple should be congratulated for, and I'll explain why. So if you look over here, someone...
Okay, I mean, to be fair, 15% is lower than, it is lower than 30. At the same time, it is still egregiously high. Because unless you're offering some type of, wonder fucking service that is somehow making these applications better, you're offering, ungodly great tools, you're, having a personal developing hand in every single one of these applications, and you're just doing X, Y, or Z. I mean, that 15% fee, really, at this point, if you want to say, what are they actually providing you? They're providing you a distribution service. They're providing you a server in which people can access and download an application from. Nothing too complicated. That's been done for decades now. And it's really, really fucking cheap, because really all you gotta pay for is some cheap server hardware and some power, and that's it. Maybe a little bit of networking, maybe a little bit of coding. But spread out amongst billions of downloads, it's, fractions of pennies per download. And yet for some reason, they still feel the need. It's like, oh, hey, if you make $100,000, we actually still need to take that 15% there, which is what, 15 grand? It's like, you really didn't offer me that much. It's the developers, the creative people that actually made the service, but whatever. I mean, it's still better than 30.
Someone said if you're a developer making $1 million, Apple is still asking to be paid $150,000 just to process payments on the monopoly computing platform. That's obscene. And yeah, you may think it's obscene. You may want it to be 3%, a standard credit card processing fee, 2 to 5% maybe.
Well, it's not just 3% in credit cards. You also have to realize credit card payment processors also have a million different other fees associated with the device itself. So it's not only 3% of the purchase, but then it's like a certain portion of your gross revenue, and then you have to pay a renter's fee for whatever credit card swiper that you want to have, and then it ends up coming out to actually being a lot.
Is 30, they moved it to 15. I think it's incredibly important to appreciate the change. Because here's the thing. They lowered it from 30% to 15%. You hated them at 30%. If they lowered it to 15%, and they still have the hate, but they have less profit, what's the point of not just going back to 30%? If they're lowering it solely to try and appease some of the hate that they're getting, but the hate is still coming in, if you're going to hate me, might as well go back to making the money I was before, you know? And again, it's not like you have a considerable choice here. You know, you can go over to Android, and it's the same 30%. And as some research has shown in the past, people who use Apple products are...
Well, it's not apples to apples. Like I said, you can sideload on Android fairly easily, so you don't necessarily have to pay that exorbitant fee.
Often willing to shop a little bit less based on price. They're not searching by lowest price. So you're going to be not only are you going to be getting customers who are willing to typically spend more money, but on iOS you will pay a lower fee than you will on the Play Store, where the customers are probably willing to spend less money. I say this as an Android user myself. This is a step in the right direction. So I think anytime a company makes a step in the right direction or does something in the direction that you think is a good one, you should reward them and let them know that they did a good thing. Because again, if they're going to make less money and get the same amount of hate, there's really no incentive structure there for them to not go back to where they were before. And even I'm willing to do this. When Apple came out with the IRP program, before the details came out, before I was made aware that the program was completely useless to repair shops that want to run a successful business, before I realized it would not get me access to anything that I actually need, I said, thank you, Apple. Congratulations for doing a good thing. Apple helps us. Thank you. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what past baggage there is. The moment they do something good, congratulate them. It's true with virtually anything. Even if you're dating someone and you want them to go for, and you want them to be here with something, and they're here, and they go from here to here, say thank you. Give them a hug. You know, I really appreciate what you did. Thank you so much. Even if they're moved from here to here, and you want them to be here, you should just, like, it's just basic stuff. Just reinforce good behavior in the people that you're working with, or the people that you have in your life, or the companies you have in your life, so that they are encouraged to continue moving forward. It's a sensible thing to do. And this here, I think, is something where they should be congratulated for moving in the right direction. Now, he says over here, what do you want from Apple? Simple. The choice to use a different payment processor so we could have competition. I agree with that. And the right to tell customers that our software is for sale without linguistic contortions. So people who are unaware of the whole linguistic contortions thing may not realize that Apple has say over what it is that you say inside the application, which again is getting into that controlling territory, which makes me not comfortable with Apple in general. They want to control what you can say inside the app. So, for instance, this was a controversy with Facebook a few months back. Facebook wanted to have this feature where small businesses could stream, and when they would stream video, people could donate, and when people donated, all of that money went to the small business to try to help small businesses that couldn't open because of the lockdown. However, Apple takes 30% cut of all in-app payments. So, if you give $100 to a business, and the business only receives $70, you're probably going to go, what the fuck, Facebook stole my $30, I thought this was a charity, they're doing this for profit, pick up your pitchfork and toss it at Mark Zuckerberg. Mark Zuckerberg, not wanting a pitchfork in the eye, said, let me put a notice in the bottom of here that says, Apple is going to take 30% of these donations, because when people realize that all their money is not going to the business that they were giving to charitably, they're going to be mad. So, let's make sure they're mad at the proper party. Apple, who's taking the money, not us. And Apple declined Facebook the ability to put that in the app, and I think that's kind of screwed up. I understand what they're talking about. I assure you, I would prefer that they allow you to use your own payment processor. I would prefer that these restrictions not exist. But again, if you want a company to be here, they're here, and they moved here. Yeah, we're still going to try to drag them here, but you got to be happy they went from here to here. And the other thing that I thought was interesting here, the two points that I really take away from this are the first one, obviously, which is that I think the culture of greed is changing. Because again, even 20 to 25 years ago, Bill Gates was a ruthless businessman, a ruthless billionaire businessman. And at no point in time was Microsoft saying, if you want to install an app, you can only install the apps that are sold through the store, where we get 30% of the gross revenue of the person who coded it. That's just, it's not something that I believe would have been culturally acceptable at the time, but it is now. And that's the kind of thing that scares me. It's because,
I mean, to be fair, they're probably doing this because they're getting a whole shit ton of anti-monopoly charges, like the ones basically over the European Union. They were recently called out in, what was like an FCC filing, where it's like, these people are potentially large-scale monopolies. Take a look into potentially filing antitrust lawsuits against them. It's probably not good intentioned. It's probably because if they don't do it now, they will be forced to later on, and it may not be as favorable later on. So do it now while you still have the power. At least then you can argue in court then you're doing something in good faith, or what the fuck ever. That's what I'm assuming they're doing. I doubt it's benevolence here, or at least a change in culture.
back then, you know, if he could have done that and gotten away with it, he would have, but he didn't, because he thought he couldn't get away with it. And now they did it. And because Apple was able to do it and pull it off with the iPhone, Android figured out, oh, well, Apple could do it, so maybe we can stick the tip in as well. And once Google had the tip in, they shoved the whole shaft in. And again, with Google, you have a 30% fee to be able to use their store. So that is, it's just weird how consumers have slowly allowed this to happen by not pushing back against it. And things that would have been considered absolutely insane 20 or 25 years ago are considered totally commonplace. And the reason this bothers me is because everybody likes to say that mobile is increasing in market share way faster than desktop PCs. People are buying these way more than they're buying desktop PCs.
Well, the thing is, too, is also when it comes to the mobile market, a lot of the times there's such a huge shift to this medium faster than everything else that it was kind of really difficult for them to call for change, especially considering that the most people who use this are technologically illiterate. Like, that's just put it bluntly. Most people who use phones, who use technology, do not understand it in the absolute slightest. They are completely oblivious to what the fuck is going on. So expecting them to call out things like this is going to be kind of hard because they don't have any sort of preset expectations or aforementioned knowledge about X, Y, or Z to really make an informed decision about this. So they couldn't, even if they wanted to. So it's probably more of a failure, not with the populace, although there is some blame there to be assigned there. It's also probably just a blame also with the electorate, too. They probably should have afforded more protections to the consumer, who are generally going to be very uninformed about this. And it seems like they're finally starting to come around to that with these antitrust lawsuits and these, data privacy lawsuits and, 1,000 other lawsuits.
This is where all the growth is. I don't like the idea that the computing platform where supposedly all of the large growth is the computing platform where there's less and less freedom, and we're accepting it. That's the crazy part of this. It's not like someone put a gun to our head and said, you need to use an Android phone or an iPhone. When I bought my first smartphone, it was a BlackBerry 8703 or the BlackBerry 8330, I forget. I don't even know if I could really call an 8703 a smartphone, but let's say the 8330. Back then, you had Palm. Nokia sold some stuff with it, like I think the N900 or so that had an interesting operating system with it. You had Microsoft Windows Phone, you had the BlackBerry, you had iPhone, you had Android. So you had pretty much 6 choices, at the very least off the top of my head, probably more. A lot of those went away. Palm, I can't remember the last time I saw Palm. Microsoft Windows Phone, that is no longer supported with updates at all. You can't buy new ones, I don't believe. BlackBerry OS, I don't know where that, I haven't seen a BlackBerry, with running their OS, not just a modified version of Android in a long time. Nokia's OS, Palm OS, like this stuff it's all kind of gone. I remember having a BlackBerry, and I remember choosing to not have a BlackBerry anymore because it was horrible. I liked the unified inbox. I thought the unified inbox was awesome. Even with notifications on Android, it's just not the same as having everything in an inbox that I can see even after I clear the most recent notifications. But I also remember when there was a bug or a crash or do something stupid, the fix, the universal fix on crackberry.com on the forum was take the battery out, put it back in, and wait 6 minutes and 40 seconds for it to boot again, because that's how long it took. I remember sitting there, and one time I actually counted because I needed it for something. I'm like, let me just time, see how long this takes. It takes 6 minutes and 40 seconds to boot every time it froze. And I decided, screw this. I'm tired of the lag, I'm tired of the bugs, and use something else. And other people clearly did the same because they lost a lot of market share. People stopped using the Windows Phone. And it's not because Microsoft did not have the resources to put in a Windows Phone. It's not like Windows Phone was the Pine Phone, was the underdog that didn't have a budget. They had the full backing of Microsoft, and they still completely failed. They had the full financial resources of Microsoft, the programming resources of Microsoft, the marketing arm of Microsoft, and they still failed to get any market share. Consumers chose these 2 choices. So it's not like someone put a gun to our head and said, you need to buy an Android. Or
ironically enough, he's saying that it's so hard to actually break into this market. It's so hard to actually compete in this market, even if you're an established company with millions of dollars. He's honestly almost getting close to the point where he's making an argument for, like, hey, these guys are actually kind of like monopolies because they got a fuck ton of market share and you can't really break into this market easily. Hell, even fucking Microsoft gave up on competing with the browser medium, and so they went back to make the Chromium-based Microsoft Edge
device or an iPhone. We naturally chose that these 2 were the ones that we would like to use. Many people wanted Android, many people wanted an iPhone. Fewer and fewer people wanted a BlackBerry, Palm, Nokia, or Windows Phone. So we're stuck here as a result of the choices that we've made.
I was pregnant.
But the point that really sticks out to me is when he keeps saying monopoly, when he says monopoly payments. Monopoly platform can't be monopoly payments. The part that just continues to depress me is that, again, 20 years ago, when there were only those 2 platforms, you didn't have this. You didn't have this thing where Microsoft said, A, you can't install applications unless they come from this specific place, and B, applications that come from this specific place, we're going to charge the developer 30%. Like, it just didn't exist. It was unconscionable to do something like that. So the question then is really, what do you do from here? What do you, what... I tried an alternative a few months ago. I tried something called the Pine Phone. I was really excited about it. I feel very, very bad and guilty that I have not had the free time to try out more features of the Pine Phone so that I could, or try out other operating systems with it. I tried it out, and I think the UbiPorts developer was screaming and pulling his hair out of my chat. You can fast forward past the point where I charged it, the phone on my power supply to me just trying to use it for an hour, and after an hour of trying to use that, I would damn near pay the 30% fee out of pocket for the developers if I could go back to something that I could use. But I think that the real takeaway here is just to kind of notice how in politics you have an Overton window, and I think the Overton window when it comes to
these
freedom,
jade-potted plants
newer
actually do not need 10 times the resources anymore. They're actually just considered a regular resource, not 10 times. So, you'd actually make a lot with this.
Methods of computing is just shifting further and further away from freedom as time goes on, but also that we have really, as consumers, have allowed it and in some ways almost even asked for it. I still think that it's a good thing that Apple is moving towards having a lower fee. I think that they should be pat on the back and congratulated in some way for doing this.
I really want to
Again,
make jade
if you
furniture, though,
just say, I can't believe you did this, I can't believe it's still 15%, that's way too high, it's ridiculous, you suck. There's really no reason for them to not just say, okay, fine, you hate us anyway, fuck you, we're just going to raise it back up to 30% again. You never know. If they keep it at 15%, and they keep it at 15% as a result of people saying that's a step in the right direction, it may force Android to lower their fee as well, and if Android lowers their fee, maybe they'll lower even more than Apple, and then we'll have a bidding war, and then we'll actually get, that whole free market competition thing that we hear so much about that I would like to see more of. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. Do you think Apple should be lambasted for having a 15% fee, or do you think they should be congratulated for moving in the right direction and lowering the fee to something that's closer to reasonable? You let me know. I think it's a good.
Loaded question, but all right. I mean, in generally, it's better to have lower fees. I mean, any progress is good progress. The only potential downside I could see of this is that causing less to happen in terms of like their anti-competitive monopoly practices. You know, the things where they do like companies buy certain upstarts that are promising and that actually offer competitive services, and instead of competing with them naturally, they'll just buy them out and shut them down in 2 seconds instead. So I wonder if that's going to actually stop that type of procedure. Or any other practices, because I know, was it Google or something like that? That was caught, I don't want to say caught, but they were shown to preload all of their stuff on phones, like they paid Samsung or whatever, to install X, Y, or Z application on their phone. And they offered big money incentives to that. So basically, other people who wanted to offer other operating systems onto the phone really couldn't do that because there was a contract in the way. Here we go. Give him extra. What's wrong with you, Yellum? Serious pain. Why are you in serious pain? Why the fuck do you have food poisoning? We have pemmican. Refugees seek a home. 46-year-old gatherer named Cohen is calling from nearby. She's being chased by the subjects of the Torium dynasty. She begs for your safety and offers you to join you at Holy. If you accept it, to fight off subjects on her tail. And the group of subjects is composed of 13 foot soldiers, 14 knights, 1 lord, 2 peasants, and 13 squires. Cohen is too frantic to give you more information. You know, wouldn't be the worst of ideas. Let's do it. Fuck it. Sure, it'll probably kill quite a few of us, but I'll take it. We'll see. If not, if the person's a shitty person, what we can do is that we can just have her wait. So they'll be here in a hot second. Cohen, what's up? Take a look at your stats. Oof! That sucks. You're gonna sit right there. I cannot have any more non-violent people in my clan. You mistake me for a pussy? Yeah, so what happens is that Cohen just gets abducted. Wow! Wow, legit will not attack us. Y'all, and what the fuck is up with you? Oh, food poisoning. Man the artillery. Do not let these peasants in here. Oh, they got Cohen. Oh, shit. I thought they would just take her. That apparently is not an option. Panic room. Take him down. Actually, you know what? I should probably set forced target. Whoo! That's a good sound. I'm curious, can you still force them to target? Okay, yes, okay. So I just have to do it 1 by 1 instead. So hit for the direct meaty center, and you'll hit the most. There we go. That's what I like to see. Good shit, everybody. Clear the force target. Good shit, everybody. Y'all, and we'll get you up there as soon as we can. That's good shit. Ooh! Fucking hurt, didn't it, son? Y'all, just sit there, vomit on the ground. You'll be alright. Alright, get back in. Holy shit. There's just so many of them. The spotlight does work. I love that. That's so cool. Take him down. Take him down! Take him down! Do not let this peasantry run. Oh, God. Wow. A lot of them did not live. Alright, Cohen. We'll have to see if any of you are gonna live. Good shit. Good shit, everybody. So you can go ahead and take him back. Igrund. Go ahead and recapture him. Brierson, go ahead and recapture him. Omenson, go ahead and rescue her. Larry, go ahead and capture Sass. And Animales. You can go ahead and go back to no traps. And another one has been buffed. Beautiful. Oh shit, I didn't even realize. Karen! What's good? I didn't realize you were alive. That's good. The fact you didn't die from this military onslaught, that's impressive. Usually much more intense. No, Cohen! I didn't give a shit. The ironic thing is all our prisoners keep dying. Yeah, get in there, heal him up, see if you can. Yeah, a few of you are doing alright. Fuck! Oh shit, I didn't realize there's two more in here! Completely forgot about these two down here. It's really hard to see them. There's a lot of bodies in the way. There we go. So at least you're alright. Be thankful of the barracks that we provide you with. Bryson, do you want to attend to him real quickly? Oh, good. Just small 2 injuries. That's it. Impressive. Alright, good. So they're all done, so. Yeah, here we go. Why don't we install a little jade flower pot in here to make you guys feel better? Make you feel better about being in a prison. It actually will make that room, like, pretty luxurious. Yeah, sorry about the dead bodies. Why are all the huskies sitting there? I mean, if they want to sit there, by all means they can. There you go. Good shit, everybody. Oh, wait. You there. I fucking knew it. That was going to happen. I need to remind myself to always check for that armor piece. Do not wear the masterwork armor. Shit's too expensive for you. There we go. See, 1,000 other pieces of armor that work just fine. And we'll worry about Cohen in a second. There we go. Oh, to be fair, we probably could have had Cohen work on something. Banksy, to be fair, you actually doing a lord's work for us right now. Yeah, so none of you guys are worth it, so go ahead and get out of here. Oh, relationship gain on release, though? I didn't realize that. $0. Well, that doesn't sound that good. Alright, let's take a look at your bio then. Undergrounder and chemical fascination, so nothing really useful. Mining, construction, cooking, artisanal. A decent chunk in melee. Yeah, they're not a worse prisoner. We could make him join us. Having more in the Armada is always a good idea. We'll see. I mean, to be fair, they have chemical fascination, which is I don't like that. If I'm going to recruit somebody, they're going to have good traits. What sidearm are you missing? A sniper rifle? There's 1,000. There you go. Ironically enough, though, we're now going to be full of weapons again. So we're going to need to turn this back on and start smelting. Good shit, everybody. Good shit. Let's see, how many mortar shells do we have left? We got 11, so we didn't burn through all of them. Just a decent chunk of them. And the Husky's got plenty of work to do to haul all of his junk back. Bison Tomb. How are you getting hit by this? You're on no trap duty. Oh, they must have forced him to walk over it because he's on, we could ride him. Could ride him like donkeys. There, they should be alright. Got plenty of bandages for them to use. And so now they start making jade monuments. That's nice. That monument's going to be so absurdly expensive. A jade monument. As soon as I ever get that finished, the thing's going to have like a beauty of 7,000. Imagine if it comes out of Masterwork too. Oh, that'd be ridiculous. The beauty on that. Could see that happening though. Here we go, plenty of food. Top section's almost done too. There we go. Yeah, get all those corpses. Go ahead and take all the clothing. Take yours too. Take yours too, Cohen. Hey, free steel and components though. Hot damn. Eventually we'll work on you, Cohen. We'll work on you. And how do you feel about the prison now that we have a potted plant in there? Very impressive barrack. Hey, nice. There we go. Enjoy yourself there, coward. Prisoner released. How does it feel about you being a prisoner? I love how the prisoner release thing even applies to them and they speak in like the third person as if they're a part of the colony. I do appreciate that though. Extremely impressive barracks. Nice. They all love it. Downside is we're still eating bug meat as our primary food source. And they're not really going to be enjoying that. Yeah, why don't y'all go hunt that real quick? Need those ibexes. At least we're going to have pemmican for days. Colonists left unburied. I know. We'll get to that. The issue is there's like 1,000 weapons to legitimately go through. Holy shit, I did not realize how much jade we got there, plus uranium. Nice. Decent chunk of change. Actually curious. Yep, our wealth spiked up again too. I'll take it. Again, legitimately, we just need to get like a exotic trader in here that has nothing but like Archnotech eyes. Watch them take this, and then we just get like another couple of Archnotech legs. Oh, that'd be good. That'd be so worth it. There we go. At least we got food for a hot second. Hey, we got wine, joints. I mean, we got everything. Weed. We honestly might need to expand a refrigerator at some point. To be fair, this is really only a temporary refrigerator, but we haven't blown through our food production in a hot second, which is why we haven't really gone past it. Heal the old wounds is kind of nice. And then be able to make bionic animal parts. Oh my god, that'd be ridiculous. It sounds so overpowered and so awesome at the same time. Still riding around on the Huskies. Hey, Briarson, do you want to work on... No, we need someone here specifically doing this. You're doing plant cutting, you're doing cooking. Yeah, I guess maybe Ingram could do it. Yeah, because they're really not doing anything in particular well. So why do you go ahead and start working on hauling? The Mad Eye. Did we kill it? Apparently not. Alright, kill the last two. And while we're at that, go ahead and allow everything, and then forbid that again. Fuck it, if they want to go insane, get them. Get them. Do not allow it to live. Good shit. Nice. Alright, we're good then. You know, I would love to see next. They need to make a dwarf building simulator game that isn't Dwarf Fortress, because as much as I love Dwarf Fortress, and I've never played it, I just cannot get past those graphics. Like, they need to make like a nice 3D builder of some sort. Or even this top-down isometric view is also good, too. But something that has, like, a 3D element to it that's also similar to this. Like, that, I would love. I would absolutely love it. For whatever reason, though, like that Tolkien-esque colony building simulator does not seem to be a thing. Hell, fuck. If they made one in the Vermintide universe, that would be awesome. Hey, wine merchant, welcome. You're completely useless to me, but... observe the dead bodies. And watch them vanish. Thank God we got those latrines back. Because we keep blowing through our chem fuel so fast. Looks like, though, all of our pods, though, are nice and ready to go. The issue is now we need a shiitake ton of steel. This is the only issue. But honestly, these weapons should provide us a decent chunk of steel with the, like, 30 or 40 weapons we're getting here. Again, we have pemmican. Why are you eating the jelly? I guess the jelly probably wouldn't have, the mood benefit. Well, I mean, to be fair, we have the fine meals. Let me just eat those. Honestly, I wish we had a merchant come through and deal with that. There we go. They should be all right. Hey, Ingrid, you actually dealt with it. Nice. Do you have food poisoning? Yes, you do. Sweet. So we could get that animal healing, though. That does sound nice. Bionic warfare, though. Ooh. What we need to do next is that we need to get... honestly, getting those bionic parts would be nice. Getting rid of those old damaged limbs. Oh, it'd be great. Ingrid's a salty little bitch right now. Food poisoning and constantly observing dead bodies. Probably just not making them happy campers. They're not the happiest bunch. There we go. At least now they got plenty of cloth here to work with. So hopefully now I'll be able to actually make a few things. Oh, they're actually failing out of that quite a few times. Nice. Maybe I could make a shelf for a couple of the common reagents. Maybe then they'll prevent overstacking. There we go. Still going to Briarsun. You alright? What's your mood at right now? Hey, yep. What an awful person. Ormondson and Briarsun, aren't you guys not in the same bed? Ha! Dude, kick them off. Ormondson, Briarsun. There you go. So that should make him feel better. I said Ormondson. There we go. There we go. Witness death with bloodlust. Killed somebody. Oh, high expectations. Oof. That's not good. They're feeling the wealth. They're feeling the wealth. I mean, to be fair, though, we do have a lot of wealth. There we go. So now they should be alright. We could start making medicine too while we're at it. Not quite sure. I do appreciate now we have the Pandalius, so now they won't die of the flu. Yeah, just stop eating the fucking insect jelly. You'll be alright. To be fair, that is your fault. Taking you ages to eat, too. Because of the constant food poisoning. Whoo, damn. Right in our... Really now? Is that necessary? Alright. Well, thank you. I appreciate the steal, at least. Deposited right at our front doorstep. In fact, now this door is completely unusable. Thank you. I think there is a rabbit starting to eat the people too. Hot damn. Pretty fucking metal. Here, don't take the ones that can haul. Take the ones that can't haul. Yeah, all the warriors. Love it. Still need to work on this. Right now, we're currently repairing our base. Especially after the great siege of the fucking skies. Taking down our walls. Almost killing a couple of bison in the process. This makes no sense to anybody who wouldn't be watching this game. Cancel this. Don't worry about stripping them until they're actually at the base. You're gonna start crematizing them. And then we'll be alright. There we go. And so we'll do that and say like a 20-meter radius. There you go, and let the dogs worry about everything else. A lot of dead people. The long forgotten entity changed the very genetical structure of the local flora, while the sky filled with seemingly endless auras, colorful flowers started sprouting everywhere. All palms will gain a positive mood buff for the time of the event, and rapidly spreading flowers will overgrow everything, including your fields. Between a few days to a season. Interesting. Well, I don't really have any fields to work with here, so that's kind of nice. To be fair, it's also fucking frigid outside. We'll see if that works with my planters boxes. Because those are kind of in the middle of nowhere. That is pretty cool, though. They deserve a decent burial. Alright, alright. We'll give him a little box. We'll give him a little box. Give him a sarcophagus, make it out of slate. Put him in the fridge. See if that'll help him. There we go, we'll work on that real quick. Oh, little husky puppy nuzzled them. Gonna be a hot second for all his armor goes away. Maybe I should allow... Nah. We'll be alright. I think Ingrid can work on that. All the catfish to stockpile. Yeah, don't worry about that. Why don't you actually take a good day off on that hauling? We'll have someone else work on that. I actually wonder what happens if the colonist ends up getting eaten entirely. They'd still be salty about that. Okay, great. Why don't you go ahead then? Prioritize burying them. Put in the refrigerator. Maybe we can resurrect them at some point if we need it. Maybe. But they still give me those advertisements for the midget models on Snapchat. I swear I've been seeing a lot more of that content recently. Colonist was left unburied. Wham. Pansies. You might as well take that back too. Ooh. It's hilarious. It said there were going to be flowers sprouting everywhere, and yet doesn't appear to be the case. Sweet. I guess we'll take it. Free wolf. Saves us a hassle then. The issue is we're going to have to make some armor for it. Where's the wolf armor? Oh, here's wolf armor. Good, make it out of steel. Hey, it put the scarf on. That's cute. I love that. It put on the scarf. Aw, cute little wolf. Yeah, it saved us to tame this though. Despite being a pain in the ass. Alright, alright, alright. We're also gonna need to move those stones out of the way too. I'll say, Huskies, there's still plenty of more shit to haul. You got bodies, steel, and components for days. I think actually the oscillation of the aura colors is actually messing with my eyes. Because having the ground constantly shift between greens, pinks, blues, whites, and everything. It's just like messing with my eyes. No, it blew up. Well, I'm certainly keeping that indoor. This thing's big as hell. I guess we could put it underneath the roof. Should be alright though. You see all of this red armor, all these Turks, they all need to be taken apart now. That's gonna take fucking days. I do appreciate all the free clothing though. I think it actually reduces our wealth slowly over time. Because I think we technically get a bunch of money from all the bodies, since the bodies are nearly worth like $100, $200 a piece. So if you have, you know, 17 bodies worth all that, it's a couple $1,000s right there. So as you slowly burn them, your wealth will slowly go down. A little bit. Nothing too intense though. There we go. Yeah, since we're out here, go ahead then, go fucking hog wild on them. We'll just have the Huskies kill all of them. Might as well, we get free food now. And why are they building a roof? Yeah, they just decided to build a roof there. Cool, alright. It's good to break into the walls, though. I'll take it. It's free shit. free couple of hundred of steel to make more armor. Do we have to train in the extra Muffalo? Okay, I don't. I don't appreciate the calves. The other thing I could do, we could get rid of all these Muffalo once a caribou come into the picture, because those caribou can hunt and they can attack. They have intermediate level intelligence. Huskies are doing all right. They managed to kill everything so far. Now they just need a few more ibexes. Give me the loot. Yoink, yoink, yoink. The husky's just killing everything. And it's sleeping. Oh, beautiful. There we go, 10 things across the map, so there's just all the bodies that we have to rehaul now. That's pretty good. But alright, I think we're gonna call it good here for today, because right at this point, all I'm doing is kind of cleaning up the base, deconning all the materials, getting all the bodies ready. I guess we can start working on fixing up the base tomorrow. Husky 17, are you alright? Oh fuck, your leg got destroyed. Save it. We cannot let this glorious creature go away. I had not realized it'd all be so fucked up. So now we're gonna need a little leg for that too. But yeah, I'll work on that in the meantime, in the background, so you guys don't have to watch, 1,000 hours of that. So I want to thank you all for joining us. If you had fun, follow whatever platform is your favorite. We're on Twitch, YouTube, Twitter, Discord, and now featuring Twitter fleets. Yeah, this is just gonna be gone in 2 seconds. Ah, God. Why are they hunting us? The wargs, to be fair. Why is the warg hunting us? You can have all the food. There's free food lying everywhere. Yeah, there you go. Enjoy that. Free snacks. But yeah, I'll let that happen in the meantime. So I thank you all for joining this evening. And I guess we'll call it good here. Love you guys. Take care. Drink some water. Be healthy. Exercise. Some other miscellaneous shit. Just going back on the lockdown. Must you all be sad here? At least not yet. I love y'all guys. See you guys next time. Bye-bye.